What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the City Life Project YouTube channel for yet another RIZIN preview, picks, predictions podcast. And not only do we have the co-host of this podcast here on the City Life Project, the mighty J Wolf, on, but we also have right under me, Mr. Ohio. We have to my, I don't even know where on StreamYard,
bottom left,
Drew from the We Are RIZIN podcast. Good to have a bunch of key members from the not only We Are RIZIN podcast, but just like the RIZIN Discord and RIZIN community here in North America at large. Thank you all for joining us for this special. And it's funny that like we're all joining us for this special, like whatever landmark card, but for this special landmark card coming up this weekend. Mr. Ohio, this is the first time that we've got to actually create I'm gonna say it, Drew. Create some content together here on YouTube. How's it going, man? And welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Isha, for having me. I'm doing well. Hoping that the Edmonton Oilers actually win a damn game. They gave me a heart attack for most of the season, but when you have Connor and Leon, things are expected, right?
Absolutely. I mean, when you go to the Stanley Cup Finals 2 years in a row, I mean, you got to think that third time's a charm, right?
Yeah, but when you have no defense and goalie, not much you can do.
I am not an Oilers fan, but I am so like it warms my heart that Mr. Ohio here is a hockey fan and a Canadian hockey fan, nonetheless. Drew, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I appreciate it. I look a lot more human than I did when I did my show a few days ago. I got a nice haircut. I'm all shaven. I was a mess this week, but no, it's great to be back. I know we've done shows in different forms. We've done like edited stuff. We've done live stuff. You've been on my thing. We've done like clips. I'm glad to be back here in the year of our Lord 2026.
And the mighty J Wolf, good to have you back as always, brother. How you doing?
You too, brother. Thank you for having me back on. Missed doing the last show with you, but I'm so glad to be back on here with you. And on this special week right now, we got the Superior Rule Set Rivalry Weekend with Black Combat on Friday and RIZIN on Saturday. How
and
awesome
K1
is
on
that?
Saturday.
What?
And K1 on Saturday.
The trifecta.
Too.
We got the trifecta.
What's even better, K1 is $9.99, so that's a hell of a price.
But the only problem with King K1 this weekend is it's not a real deal Holyfield 8-man one-night Grand Prix. So
fuck you all. I'm watching PFL Chicago. Fuck
no,
no. It's the lead-in for RIZIN and K1 is Combate Global. And then it goes right into RIZIN.
Oh my god! Look, as much as I love Ben Davis, who's going to be doing commentary, and Combate Global, follow me back on Twitter today. Sorry, boys.
Nice.
They're not the one that I'm watching first this weekend.
No, of course they are. That's what Jay Chris said. He's going to say that he's watching Combate Global after UFC, Combate Global, and then RIZIN. I was like, that's the perfect lineup right there.
With all due respect, I have to say it. Go Yuri.
Yeah, totally. Go Yuri 100%. Show that RIZIN power. But Friday night is the night. Are you guys? I know you troll in the Discord, but are you guys pumped?
Oh yeah, and Tension. Tension's fighting on Saturday.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was Sunday.
Saturday, the 11th.
Like one of those weeks, you know how like last week there was like nothing, and then like everybody decides let's just put it all on one fucking week. I hate.
Well, no, last week everything was on Friday. It was like there was I think like 5 top regional shows on Friday. It was like A1, Cage Warriors or Cage Fury FC, LFA, and like yeah, like 2 other ones were all going on Friday, and it was just like, oh my god, this is overload.
Gamebred's also this week as well. Isn't Gamebred also doing Smith?
Gamebred's this week, so it's actually a pretty rich weekend. ACA, there's like screw Friday and Saturday. We're doing Sunday before Fury, like. So yeah, it's all over the place. But this is the RIZIN picks and predictions video. We are gonna get into this entire card, and since there's a lot of us, I'm gonna just jump in. Preview the matchup, and then we're just going to each dive in to who we think is going to win, how we like the matchup and why, and just fire through this card. We see you guys in the live chat. We may not get to every single comment in the live chat, but like we're all reading along, and we appreciate you guys. And you guys know, like I used to UFC picks. I don't give a fuck about fake MMA. I give a fuck about real MMA, and this is real MMA. So let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen.
Aisha.
And ironically enough, Hold on,
you doing a
hold
fight
on.
companion for Black
Ironically
Combat?
enough, Jay Wolf, I go off about real MMA. We're starting off with a kickboxing bout.
But hey, are you doing a fight companion for Black Combat again on Friday?
I mean, they didn't sue me, and we're friends now. So yeah, we're doing a.
Sweet.
And you know what? We might even do a like post highlight commentary post show, but we'll see. We'll see.
Nice. All right, I'll definitely show up for the Black Combat live fight
I am
companion.
so excited for the Americans to at least 2 guys miss weight. All the Japanese fighters make weight. Oh no, wait, sorry. This one's Mongolia, China.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. You're talking about the semifinal.
Yeah,
The Black
I am
Combat
excited
is
for the
gonna
semifinals coming up. Where I'm knock on wood, at least 2 Americans missed weight, and we have the Japanese again as the underdogs go to the finals, because that would just be chef's kiss.
It's not gonna happen. It's gonna be a World War II rematch. All America's gonna make weight, and it's gonna be awesome. But
Mongolia,
the one
China
coming up
is going to
this
be
Friday.
fun though. I'm excited, and I love this just way that they've employed this tournament. How it's not like a traditional Grand Prix style or like 1 night or 2 night. It's teams,
Yeah.
and they fight, every couple months. And yeah, it's been awesome so far. And it doesn't matter the level of competition, because it's like every weight class is just kind of different, and they're all just going to bring some entertainment. But
And we
enough
get
about
superior
Black
rule set
Combat.
galore.
We're not talking about these guys who tried to shut down my YouTube channel. Okay, we're friends
thought you
now,
said
but
that
like
it got
we're here
resolved.
to talk about RIZIN.
But that got resolved. You said.
It's all good, but again, like
Yeah,
we're
no,
here to talk
it
about
got
RIZIN.
resolved. So that
It
they're all
did-
good now.
We're all good. We're friends now.
Pain and suffering, J Wolf. It put him through pain and suffering.
Yeah. What a
It's character.
what a
No,
way.
but this Friday is the quarterfinals, Mongolia and China. And remember, and then we got Europe and Korea Omega team after that, and that decides the second semifinal. And then we get into the Japanese versus USA teams semifinals.
I love how you call them Omega, but everybody else is just calling them the Beta team, because they're just like the B team. The A team, the A team, the Alphas didn't perform, so they got the Betas who are gonna try to clean up the scraps. All right, let's get to this first one, guys. It's kickboxing, so we won't have too much to talk about here. I know Drew just loves these prelims. We got Yuki against Ryusei Imamura. Imamura, 22 years of age. I don't even know how old Yuki is here, but overall, I mean, again, Tapology doesn't have a lot on these guys. I'll pass over to Drew here to talk a little bit about them, but I'm just right away going to say I'm going with Imamura. Overall, again, not a lot of footage on either of them, but I think he has fought just the better competition. And this might just be biased, since I do really like Knockout, and I know Knockout Rebels is not high level kickboxing by any means, but it just seems like the guys who are involved in Knockout are just built a little different. They're a little bit tougher. It's a little bit more underground. And Yuki, thanks to Drew, I was able to find some footage of him. Anybody of note who he fought, and I'm talking like of note on like lower end competition, he lost to. I know he had a draw in his last fight, but like he still hasn't won since 2022. Lanky, frail. I don't know. I think Imamura is probably going to get either the finish here or just beat him up for 3 rounds. I'll pass it over to Drew if there's anything else on this matchup that I missed. And then if Drew misses anything, the rest of you guys can chime in. But yeah, I am going with Imamura in this one. Or Imanura in this one, sorry.
So just to clarify, Yuki is 29.
Okay.
That's his age. I think, wait, hold on. He'll be 29 this year. Sorry, he'll be 29 this year. So he's 28. I'm sorry. Imamura is from the Gym Kings. And yeah, no, Imamura is gonna murder this kid. I watched this probably the same fights that you did. Yuki, did you notice that Yuki never came forward ever? He just like finds a corner.
Stood there.
He just stays
He
there.
just stood there.
Yeah. Meanwhile, have you seen you saw the ones that Imamura, the fights that like Imamura does, and he's like just piecing all the guys up. The interesting thing about Imamura though is that he does not, even though he's a kickboxer, he doesn't kick a lot. I noticed that. He kind of just punches a lot, and I think maybe in one fight he maybe threw a total of 1 or 2 kicks possibly within those 3 rounds. I don't know why, but yeah, Imamura is gonna fuck up this kid. If you just want some a little extra info on Imamura, he says his special skill is that he can make friends with anybody.
All right.
If
All
you
right.
just need, if you want to know something about it, yes. But what else? They're both from Fukuoka. All that good shit. So, but yeah, Imamura is gonna murder this kid.
Anything to add, Mr. Ohio, J Wolf?
Long story short, they're just there to get some extra. They were just there to get some extra attention and sell some tickets. That's pretty much it.
I question that. I sincerely question that though. How many tickets does like Yuki actually sell? I'm really questioning.
Family, I don't know, but that's in my opinion is the idea for these opening fights. I mean,
there's amateur MMA fighters in Minnesota that will at least sell 50 tickets with friends and family. So you never know. You never know.
This is also Fukuoka. This is not these guys. Fukuoka is not the most. This isn't fucking Tokyo. It isn't fucking Tokyo. I don't know how many people are training at these gyms. It can't be a lot of people.
Still probably bigger than Prior Lake, Minnesota. Just saying.
Okay.
So I'll go with the knockout guy because I too love knockout, especially unlimited rules knockout. So the real MMA,
the real kickboxing.
No, the real MMA is Roman.
What?
The real MMA is Roman.
No, well that's another one. But the real MMA is RIZIN, Superior Rule Set, Black Combat, Superior Rule Set, Knockout Unlimited, Superior Rule Set, and Roma. The Roma rules counts Superior Rule Set. And Dogfight Wild Tournament. I saw that they're having another one coming up soon.
Or that shit in Peru.
Yeah.
Or
the KSW Epic sometimes has them, remember?
Though they had one. Let's hope they have another. But
they didn't do that again, right?
Dude, that shit in Peru.
The knockout guy.
That shit in
with
Peru.
Guatemala. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. That was I look forward to that every single year. I didn't watch it live this year because I had other things going on. I missed it, but like Capoza obviously posted all the highlights. So like, it's what Chivarete, I think it's called Chivareta every year. Oh my god, I want to go. Like I want to go so bad. Like that would be that would be unreal. But anyways, all right, let's get to the first MMA fight. We got Ryota Oki, the big baby, against Ginji Arai. Ginji Arai 3-2 as a pro. He is 3-2 in his last of 5 fights there. Nothing like super interesting to note of either of these guys. He is 21 years of age out of Brave Gym. A lot of guys from Brave Gym are going to be on this card. The last guy he beat 0-2. I mean, he lost to arguably the 2 best guys he's fought so far. He did beat a guy who's 4-2 in Gladiator, though. So, I mean, fighting on deep, even against lower level guys, I still give it a little bit more credit than just some of these guys on Gladiator who usually
100%. The level on that is pretty damn low.
Yeah, exactly. And had one amateur fight in deep as well. Oki, I mean, 36 years of age, certified Unk on a 4-fight losing streak. He's 1-4 in his last 5. Has had 10 pro fights, but again, a lot of losses on this resume. 1 knockout, has been knocked out twice. No submissions, win or loss. Lost 3 decisions, has won 4 fights via decisions. 4-4 in deep. And I want to give him the benefit of doubt and say he's fighting better guys, but like he really isn't. Like he lost to Kuromoto, who's pretty good, so like no shame in that. But like Kyohei is a little shame in losing him at this split in this stage of his career, even though it was a split decision. Same with Yuma, same with Ohara. I don't know, Mr. Ohio, what are your thoughts on this one? Who do you think's going to win? I mean, I'm going with Arai. He's the younger guy. I think they're just feeding him.
Yeah, going with a much better gym. You would think he would have a better wrestling base, better all around, all that. So, and having some confidence coming off a win, regardless of the opposition. So I would say Arai. Hope, and to parrot Andrew's point about this, please let them actually get on one of the main shows if he wins impressively.
Yeah.
So
I think
that's all I got on that one. But honestly, it would, like Andrew said, it would be nice to have these guys built up slowly but surely.
I agree. J Wolf, what are your thoughts on this one?
I mean, there's a prelim fight, so it's like, I'll just go with you guys saying Arai, so I'll just go with that. And just, it's still worthwhile watching because even though it's only 2 rounds, they still allow the superior rule set for these. So those are always worth watching. You never know what you might see some superior rule set action. So that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I mean, he's way younger. Like like you guys said, good gym, decent grappler, decent regional experience, good wins in deep, and like the wins that he did get in Gladiator, I mean, they were still just nasty KOs. So like he ended the fights early. He did what he needed to do. It's like, okay, if the fights would have gone longer or to like split decisions or things like that, I'd be a little bit more critical, but like they didn't. He did what he needed to do.
Gladiator's not that bad of a promotion. It's a pretty good promotion.
I mean, it's
higher level fights on those cards are, but a lot of that lower level
yeah, like the main event in Co will be okay.
Yes,
but other than that, they're very they're
regional.
like Fighting Nexus type fights for sure.
It's regional.
Yeah, it's regional. I mean, Oki's got the experience, but no wins in 6 years, and I still think Arai is the punching power. Drew, did I miss anything? Did we miss anything?
One thing is that not Arai, sorry. Oki looks nothing like now. I don't know what era, what generation that
got a glamour shot up there.
This is his account. They upload the pictures, so like
I
it's
know,
on him.
but
it's on him.
When you see him, when he comes out, look at the look. Go scroll down. Wait, hold on. No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my own screen. Sorry, that's my bad. When he comes out, on the show, you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
I don't. I've definitely seen him fight before.
He looks nothing like that now. This is
clearly
like
a glamour shot.
When Fukuoka has like that incredibly inaccurate photo where he looks like this like baby, and then but like now he looks like a scumbag. Like he's got the goatee and everything. I contest that they allow the superior rule set because I've yet to ever see it actually done.
No,
I've seen it done.
I've seen it wrong 100 times on this, Drew. They do it every single time.
I'll believe it if I should say it. So Isha is right. So yeah. And by the way, Arai's gonna win this. Oki's I think Oki's Arai's punching up. I think Oki's punching up with this fight. He's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna last long with the young guy, with the brave guy.
So to just answer the chat's question, so the prelim MMA fights, they only do 2 rounds, kind of like a lot of the deep fights, but unlike deep only does superior rule set when there's 3 rounds, but RIZIN will allow superior rule set even in the 2 rounds just to make sure that things roll on. But we always see everyone in the kickboxing fights for the most part, and these just get knockouts, and then we got to wait a little bit anyways, which is funny. Good to see Lazy Bet as well. He looks like a detective with a romantic side and a penchant for cigarettes.
Yeah, that picture makes him look like, if you ever watch like beat the Takashi Kitano movies, he looks like he's from a Takashi Kitano movie from like the 90s. Like I can't remember the names, but like he looks like he should be one of those detectives. Yeah, exactly.
No, there
to steal your girl.
Yeah, there was a does anyone know what Shin Megami Tensei is?
Yes.
No, there was they made a show, an adaptation. I believe it was Devil Summoner. The lead detective in that show reminds me of Oki as well.
But wait till you see him out. I want to see your stream, Isha, when he comes out. You're gonna be like, what the fuck?
All right, tune in. I'm honestly gonna clip just this part too, so I can play it right before he walks out.
Yeah.
And then everyone will be hyped.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, let's get to the next one here. We got Kodai Yamasaki against Tomoaki Arimatsu. Arimatsu's 3-2 as a pro. He lost his last fight. 2-2 in Shuto. Okay, modified rules, draw, whatever. Lost to 3-1 guy. He beat one guy who is 1-0. This will be a step up in competition against Kodai here. He's 10-5, but has been on a pretty good run as of late. 4-1 in his last 5. Won his last fight. Knockout artist, hits incredibly hard, decent boxing, actually pretty good footwork as well. One submission, but like really hasn't used his grappling much. And if he has, it's been really like elementary. He's been able just to like push his opponent to the ground or get like a really easy takedown and just like beat the piss out of them on the ground. And we've seen that in some of his decisions as well. 8-4 in deep. And yeah, he's just for the most part been on a run in deep. Lost to this 3-1 at the time guy, but honestly, he's actually turned out to be pretty damn good fighting in Shuto and deep. anyways, Yamasaki's who I have to win this one. The only additional notes I have is I heard that he's into the mukbangs. Regardless of being super jacked, he can eat like 10 packets of ramen. He's got crazy KO power. He's looked really good in deep, so the better of the regional shows. Better striker. I think even though he's like a better striker than a grappler, I think he's a better grappler than Arimatsu. Arimatsu's a Shuto guy with less experience. J-Wolf, I'll throw it to you. Who do you got for this one? And then
I'm just gonna go with you. I'm not really into the prelims, just beyond that they're superior rule set bouts. And finally, Drew, get it through your head. They're superior rule set bouts. Finally, you'll listen to Aisha about that at least. But yeah, I'm just gonna go with Yamasaki because you picked them, so you know your stuff. So let's go with him. But yeah, they're just filler to get for the main card.
All right. Did I miss anything, boys?
Whose haircut? Who's Reaper talking about? He's talking about Yamasaki. Excuse me.
Maybe he doesn't like either.
I'll just say I think it's criminal that Yamasaki's on like the prelims. He's main card. He's main card.
He's gonna knock out Arimatsu in the first round. It's gonna be brutal, and then hopefully that
because he's not
hopefully
old.
That's his audition to the main card.
He's not
like
old.
Mr. High was saying.
Yeah, but Jay, they didn't. There's been like only 2 guys who've ever made it up from the prelims to the main card, so it's not like a consistent thing. Like he should be main
Well,
card.
hopefully Yamasaki's the next one, and like
Good
Mike is
depth
saying,
for the bantamweight division.
Mr. Ohio saying.
Yeah,
and they need guys in bantamweight right now.
If he knocks his opponent down, he better just bum rush for the soccer kick because that will get him. That will get him on the main card.
Totally.
Yeah. Or knee, or just like stomp, or just something that will be memorable.
Yeah.
And that they will post on their YouTube channel first before any of like the name guys, because they want people to check out our next landmark card or whatever.
Make people give a damn.
Yeah, if people give it. I mean, I'm gonna share the shit out of it, and so for whatever is that, at least 16 people will see it. And thank you to everyone who's watching, by the way. I appreciate you guys. All right. Next prelim fight here. And again, we don't have the betting odds for this because betting odds for RIZIN don't come out till like the day before, day of. But once we get to the main portion of this card, I will go over just like the majority picks on Tapology and the other sites, as well as like my Discord and community. We have Daiki, Yahiro against Shun, Okamoto. Now this one was the first one where I was like, okay, like I didn't like just write the name of who I thought was gonna win and then do like notes. I actually had to like watch quite a bit of footage on both of them. This is almost a certified Unk fight. I mean, Yahiro's 1 year off of the certified Unk title at 35 years of age. I just turned 33 today, by the way, so I'm almost there as well. Okamoto 2-0 as a pro. Actually didn't look too bad in his last couple fights on the feet, but very, very strong. Like, if anybody gets him in the clinch, like, I was actually surprised how he was able to either just push them off, land some nice elbows, or just, again, he's not polished, but I think he's got some raw strength, raw talent, and raw power. And I was actually pleasantly surprised watching his fights. He got a nice KO in the first round in his last one and ended up getting a front choke. It was like just, kind of like a standing guillotine that eventually like flopped to the ground in the second round. Yahiro does have the experience, 6-4, and is actually looked decent in his last 5. He's win 1, lose 1, win 1, but 3-2, 2 knockouts, 3 submissions. He's never been submitted. Most of his losses have been via decision. He has a RIZIN fight, 3-3 in deep. My thing is like, he's lost to the best guys that he's been matched up with, and the guy he's fighting is hardly a prospect, especially at his age. But I'm going Okamoto on this one. I just think he's going, if this goes to the third round, if Yahiro doesn't submit him, just because of the experience and just like grappling more, probably has more submissions in his arsenal. Rounds. Or sorry, 2 rounds. If it goes to even the second round, like the longer this fight goes, the more I'm giving it to Okamoto. If it goes to decision, I think he'll do enough towards the end of the fight to win this one, and I think he's going to do a little bit more damage as well. I just think if he doesn't get submitted, he's going to win this fight because I just think he's a little bit more raw, but he's going to hit harder, and I think he's more dangerous in the clinch than we give him credit for. But am I off on this one, Drew?
No. Okay. I wish we had enough. We had like an hour to talk about Okamoto because this guy is fascinating. So as you can see, he has one fight in 2019. Then he's like, "Yeah, I don't want to do this again. I'm just going to coach my students." Then he's like, "I want to show my students." I listened to his post fight comments for the second fight. He's like, "I want to show my students that I still have the ability to show my strength or whatever, whatever."
Dude,
so he has that fight.
Destroyed him.
Yeah, and now what was it? 4 or 5 years later, is like, "Oh, I'm going to come out of my semi weird retirement thing." And it's so funny because like he has no martial arts background. Like he doesn't have like a judo or karate or a boxing. I don't know exactly how he got into it. I couldn't find that, but it's weirdly fascinating, Okamoto. Yeah, I think I just have to go with Okamoto just because like this guy just like it's kind of like when this is the film nerd. It's when Terrence Malick comes like to make a movie every like 15 years. It's like, oh, I cannot wait, and it's like fucking great in my opinion. I think this guy's like Terrence Malick of Japanese MMA. Yahiro has experience, but listen, Okamoto, sometimes people who just sporadically fight just tend to be better than the ones that just like are always constantly grinding. They have less damage, they fight smarter because they're not fighting as much. If that sounds so weird, it sounds weird to say, but yeah, Okamoto, 100% of the way.
Yeah,
and then we can still fight again in 10 years.
Yeah, I did not like when I went to. So I watched all Yahiro stuff first, and I was like, okay, yeah, he's a journeyman, whatever. Like he's fine. And then I watched Okamoto, and I was like, man, like he's way better than I expected him to be. I mean, Mr. Ohio, like, what are your thoughts?
Honestly, I'm just gonna go with I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm gonna go with the grappler. I'm terrible with names. So Yahiro by decision. I just think the experience is gonna show in the end.
The Iceman.
But just also him having only two Okamoto only having 2 fights, not having I question his gas tank. I question if he's gonna be too raw in the sense that he's going to overcommit with his punches and be vulnerable to a takedown.
Yeah. He also blitzes a lot. So like he could overswing, right?
Yes. And that's something that I would be concerned with. I think I may have seen a clip or 2 of him, but I don't know how good is his takedown defense.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's fought guys who are, making their debuts or 1-0, but yeah.
So we're going to see if he's legit, then hopefully he makes an impression. But yeah. I question whether or not he has the wrestling ability and the balance that if he overcommits and he's wild, and can he regain his base and stop any type of grappling?
Yeah. Jay Wolf, anything to add, or are you with
No, you know what? I just, again, since prelims, I just want to see some superior rule set action, but I have to go with Drew's pick of Okamoto after that insanely good obscure movie reference, Drew. That was awesome. I'm definitely picking Okamoto just because of that.
Hey, all 196, because one of them is me, picked Okamoto to win on Tapology, by the way. All right, let's get to the main card here. And we're starting with a former kickboxer, Seiya Inoue, against Hyuga Miyagawa. This one is interesting. I actually like the matchmaking for this one because Miyagawa is 6-7. He's 23, so it's kind of it's funny to call him a journeyman, but like this is Japan, so it's kind of like a journeyman Thai who's like 20 years old who has like 50 fights, but like he's 20.
Wait,
they just start early.
Actually, what's the record again?
What's that? He's 6-7. 6-7.
6-7.
Emotional damage.
He is on a 2-fight win streak, and he does have way more MMA experience than Seiya Inoue. But Seiya Inoue, former kickboxer, who's actually fought at some pretty good kickboxing promotions. I know Tapology doesn't have it all on here, but yeah, but he did fight in RIZIN Korea, and I know Drew and I were talking a little bit about this. I think we both actually picked him in our preview show. Wicked footwork, super fast, has good power. I mean, he's just a wicked kickboxer, and I love how he took some time off to just really dial in on mixed martial arts. Now, you can dial in on mixed martial arts for a year and practice takedown defense all you want. If you go up against a guy who's been doing it for a while, I mean, you're gonna get taken down a few times. And Miyagawa hasn't beaten anybody of note, really. Yeah, what's up?
I was gonna say you can either be James Toney and suck bad, or you can be Mark Hunt against Yoshida, where he showed all that potential.
There you go. And if you can get yourself back up to the feet, you can score enough, do enough damage, or maybe find a finish here. And it's not like Miyagawa's gonna be like, okay, there's a kickboxer in front of me. I'm gonna be scared to strike. It's not like he's going up against a friggin' K1 guy or like a Rise regular or even lower level Glory guy. He's going up against a regional Japanese guy who does have talent. So like he might even just want to stand and bang with him for a little bit, given that he's got 4 knockouts as well.
There's also another factor. If I interrupt.
No.
Because of the fear of the takedown, his striking is going to be a little more reserved than you would see in regular kickboxing. That's another factor.
Yeah, no, for sure. And again, a lot of his fights were in Gladiator. Fought a little bit in TTF as well. Again, lost to the better opponents, but again, he's got that MMA experience. I'm going with Inoue personally on this one. I think if it goes the distance, he'll probably do more damage, but I just think he's going to get the knockout, to be honest. I think he's going to find a knee. I think he's going to find an uppercut. I think he knows that as soon as Miyagawa shoots or goes in for the clinch, like the count, he's going to have to counter, or else it might be bad news. Are you going with the MMA guy, Mr. Ohio? Are you going with Miyagawa?
I'm going to go with Matsu. Oh my God, I can't pronounce these names. Sorry. Hyuga Miyagawa by second round submission.
All right. Drew?
I'm gonna, it's hard because Miyagawa is formerly Smoker Jim. We all know how the grappling Smoker Jim is, but now he's at Tribe Tokyo, which is a much better gym.
Shonen?
But also, yes, Shonen. But also, Inoue has been training at Black Belt Japan, which is Ray Tsuruya, Kubo. So you would think, a guy like that, like, okay, you're striking. Come to the grappling classes. Don't go to striking classes. You would assume that he would do that, but I have no idea. And I don't even know if Miyagawa is going to be the type of guy that's going to even try to grapple.
That's what I think too. Like, I don't think he's going to really.
Yeah, it would be funny though. It would be funny to see a smoker guard grappling. But I think I'm going to just pick Miyagawa. It's MMA still. It's, this is truly a puncher's chance, Jay Wolf. This is truly a puncher's chance. But I have to there's a different rhythm. There's a different madness to the method of MMA versus kickboxing. And I don't know when Inoue started training, but it's hard to really get that rhythm against a guy who already has 13 fights. Yeah. Even though he may not be good, it's still something else. It's still something. So on paper, I would have to go with Miyagawa.
Usually, I go that way as well. But again, I watched both of I watched a little bit of the footage on both of them, and I was just like, if this stays on the feet, Miyagawa is dead. And I'm just banking that he just wants to scrap because he's like, you know what? Another rising card, whatever. I don't know.
It is a death wish, sure.
Yeah, I'm banking on him being like, I'm going to put on a fucking show and I might knock this guy out. So we'll see.
These are, in a way, coming from like a lower weight class of kickboxing. There's not a lot of KOs in that as well. So I don't know. Will he be used to the 4-ounce open finger gloves as they call them? So yeah, I'm not so sure. Andrew,
I was going to also add, and like I said, I was alluding to earlier, different way you have to defend with the lack of the padding and smaller gloves.
No, for sure. Your high guard, you got to be. It just changes everything.
Got to move. You got to have more head and upper body movement. Can't just go in that shell.
Absolutely. Hey, what's up, sis? And we got Curtis Clark in the chat as well. By the way, your boy Tarasenko scored a nasty one for the Wild tonight. Let's go, baby. All right. We got We got all right, so Jay, do you have anything else to add on this one?
I just wanted to say Miyagawa, since he's a RIZIN Korea World Series veteran, got to go with him. So, okay, let's go on the next one.
Let's go.
Just want to shout out RIZIN Korea.
Baby.
Hey, the RIZIN Korea show was awesome. It was less than 5 hours, and we saw a lot of action. So,
and there was Black Combat veterans.
There was Black Combat veterans.
Drew's favorite.
It was in a ballroom hall, but it had Black Combat veterans. Let's go, baby. All right, we got Kyohei Takagi against Ryosuke Honda. Honda is back, ladies and gentlemen. 14-7-1, only 2-3 in his last 5 fights. He did break his losing streak in his last fight. It wasn't deep against a whatever opponent. Takagi is 3-1 as a pro. Won his last fight. He's another brave guy. Got a twister in his last fight. It was against a guy who's 11-7, but a guy who had a lot of experience. You'd think would know at that point, like when a twister is being set up. You'd think he would at least know that, oh shit, something's coming here, even if like no one who I've rolled with has like attempted that before. Lost a split decision against Kimura. This was actually a fun fight. And then got a knockout and a decision. I mean, the Pound Out 1 show was fun, but low level. Ring championship, very low level. Came up to deep and fought a guy with experience, and it was cool. He got a twister, but again, not super sold on him just yet. Honda, 35 years old, certified Unk, has taken a lot of damage in his career, but has only been knocked out once. It's funny because he's been in fights where he has survived and then like either control timed his way to a decision, or I've never been quite sold on Honda, especially in the last few years. But like he is tough to finish, even at this stage in his career. He's tough to finish, even if he fights a boring fight to win now, and sometimes just gets himself involved in boring fights. 2-2-1, 6-4 in deep, 6-1-1 in Shuto in his glory days. Got a rear naked choke in his last fight, but before then, even in deep, I will say was fighting good opponents. Even Dongak was all right. Beat Noda, which was good. Fought Hayashi, who's great. And then this 11-3 guy as well. So it's not like he's been losing to bums by any means. It's not like he's been losing to tomato cans. But I'm still going to go Takagi on this one. Unless Honda just pins him down for 3 rounds, I think Takagi will do more damage. Let's start with you, Jay Wolf. Where do you land on this one?
I want to go with the certified Unk. And also, you said you're 2 years away from being a certified Unk. I know we all wish you a happy birthday before the stream started, but I just want to do that live.
Thank you.
On the show. Happy birthday, brother. And 2 years away from being certified Unk yourself.
Yep.
Enjoy those final years of youth.
I got a couple gray hairs on my chin now. It's fucked.
No, but for this fight, I want to go with Honda. I just think the experience will play a factor here. But I got to be honest, I'm rooting for Takagi because I want to see, because Honda is from one championship, and I want to see a RIZIN guy beat the one championship fighter, just for that the extra little rivalry that's going on there.
I don't know if it's much of a rivalry anymore. I think RIZIN has won the MMA world, but
you know what I mean, though.
Salt on the wound for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Drew, where do you land on this one?
I'll just give you. I'll just quickly give you some quick tidbits on Honda. Remember, he was in that deep flyweight Grand Prix. He actually made it to the finals. I knew he was in the Grand Prix, but I didn't remember where he was. But he made it to the finals, but he got destroyed by Fukuoka. And I was like, oh, I remember that fight because I think I was there. I was
no
there.
way.
Yeah, I believe I was there. If I am reading if I remember correctly, but anyway, good. So. J-Wolf, you should also be happy about Hino Tori because he would audition for Black Combat.
Nice. I like him
Didn't make the finals for whatever reason. By the way, yes, I do remember this show because I I was at this show that he made the finals at. Honda did. Anyway, here's the thing though that's just like I was debating before my show and your show. You got Honda, who's got all the experience. Probably, he's got all, and he's fought all those high level opponents. But then the problem is that Hino Tori has looked like fucking him great in the 3 fights he's won. And it's like, do you pick a guy who's had some bad losses, especially recently, or a guy who's like looking fucking great recently? And I have
and it's like, and it's again, it's against lower level opponents, but it's like he's fucking 3-1, right? Like he's starting out too, so it's like you're not going to give him high level guys right out of the gate until he's like 5 or 6 fights in. So I agree. I've been impressed with what I saw so far.
Also, Tori's old, man. He's old to get into this sport. He got it at 29, and he's like, I think he's 32 or 33. I think
he's 35. He's
32.
32. Sorry, 32.
He's insane. But
he hasn't taken a lot of damage, which is nice too.
Yeah. And he was a wrestler as a kid, and you think, wrestlers, those are the ones who decline because their knees and hips go. But no, I have to go with Tori just because I've watched his fights. I've seen all of his deep fights. He's looked amazing. That twister he got on NOV at that deep show last year was like great. And he was put in some bad positions as well, but he was able to survive. And then that
was a fun one.
Yeah, and to submit a guy like NOV, who's not an easy guy, he's a grappler himself, and just like to be aware of like, oh, okay, I can twist this guy's spine as well. Also from Brave Gym as well, a very superior, I think a better gym than Cave in my opinion. So he's getting high level training there.
And just better training partners too, because like there's just rising guys who are from Brave and deep guys.
The last quick thing I'll say is, so I know J Wolf, you're happy with the monthly shows. I think Aisha you are, and I think Mr. Ohio you are, but this will be a consequence of it. You're going to get fights like this. You're going to basically get deep fights on the show. That it will be a consequence sometime.
Well, it's not too bad. Look, these are the only 2 Japanese versus Japanese with deep guys. Everything else is an international fighter versus Japanese. I mean, for the rest of the card.
Andrew, I would dispute that. I'm 50-50 on it because I feel RIZIN 53 is absolutely a level or 2 below this card. And that's putting it nicely.
Tell him again, Mr. Ohio. Tell him again. I'm sure he loves hearing that.
To be honest, though, like I don't even hate like a higher, like a top, like deep fight on the beginning, the first few fights on a RIZIN deep card either.
Absolutely not. I'm just saying that when you have this many shows and RIZIN has a solid roster, but when you're expanding these shows, some of these shows are just not going to be as pun intended.
I say this about the UFC too. Like sometimes you bring these guys up and they are like, you know what? I'm going to abandon my good grappling because I'm just going to make a name for myself on, this RIZIN card. Just like some of these prospects come up to the fight night cards and they just like, I swear, man, the last 2 fight nights are some of the best UFC that we've seen in a long time. And it's because there were just a bunch of hungry prospects on this next UFC card. There's hardly any prospects. I guarantee everyone's going to be upset and disappointed. I guarantee.
Okay, one quick thing as well. This is the most random thing as well. Take a guess who Tori's favorite fighter is of all time. It's the most random person, and you'll be like, "What?" They're not Japanese. They're foreign. I think
Cyril
they're Brazilian. They're a former UFC fighter as well.
Oh, okay.
The most random one.
I'm trying to think of like some like a random UFC fighter.
Who was the really boring one that got essentially?
I'm gonna say Clay Guida.
Okay, no. His favorite fighter of all time, Tori's, is Maximo Blanco.
What? Why?
He wasn't that bad of a fighter.
He says that that's how he was inspired to fight after seeing a Maximo Blanco fight.
What?
I know, it's so fucking random.
I will say, hey, in Maximo Blanco's defense,
he's not bad. It's just random.
Especially when he was in Japan, he was really athletic and really.
I know, but it's just like
wrestler.
No, but what's funny about it is like, no, you're right. Like he's a good fighter. It's just so random. Like he's the only one who was inspired by.
Well, maybe also,
but remember, he was also
awesome.
Teenage. If you remember, Tori's 32, so he would have to have been a teenager when Sengoku was going on.
He fought 7 times in a year in Sengoku. Holy shit!
See, so that's probably why he probably saw some bangers that he was in and was like, okay, this is what I want to do.
Because he had some great finishes.
No, he beat Dan Hooker in the UFC
against like Armbar Kim and some other people, as I recall. But
it's not that random. Come on.
It's pretty random, but I love it.
Because he never panned out in UFC, but like I said, in Sengoku, he was a hell of a freaking athlete.
That's
I'm
so
just
awesome.
still on what Mike
Pancrase
was
champ
saying
too?
about Landmark 13 being better than 53.
Bro, that is so
It is.
crazy. King of Pancrase too, dude. I love those fucking MMA facts. That's so crazy. I love that shit. All right.
Mr. Ohio, though, this Landmark 13 is a cage show. You're saying a cage show is better than your ring show?
It is, because this card is loaded, whereas I think they should have put one of the 2 title fights for Kobe. And I think it needs it more.
No, I'm in 100% agreement. I think this Landmark 13 show is absolutely stacked. I just love how all the fights are, an international guy in almost every single bout. And to your point, doing more of these bouts, Drew, to answer that question, the answer is they're going to have to expand and add more fighters. That's what it's going to be. So that's what I want too.
Not making welterweight.
But you don't expand for the sake of expanding. You have to have a plan.
Yeah,
they got a plan. They got a fight an event every single month. So who
is going to be consistently drawing for them? That's the issue. They have to be smart about where they go to not burn out the markets, especially Tokyo. That would be my concern.
That's why we got the welterweight. Ours on welterweight. There's some good guys in there that they could bring in. So
can you name one Japanese fighter that can actually anchor that division?
Yeah, I mean that's all you need. You don't need just like Pride.
You need to start sending these Japanese guys to Cuba so they can just be welterweights, and then
Dagestan 1-2 years, forget.
Yeah, we need these guys to gain a little bit of weight first. We need these guys to be created in a lab to be a few inches taller.
No, hey, Pride had international champions. It's the Japanese are not. You don't have to have.
And we've had that argument about who really drew and anchored Pride.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. They have plenty of Japanese stars, so they don't need one for every single division. They can have 1 or 2 guys; it'll be just fine, dude.
Do they really have enough right here to consistently draw at Ariake or the Nagoya Dome consistently? Considering that Mikuru is on borrowed time, Ren can't stay freaking healthy. Chihiro's hurt too.
Yeah, but look at this card right here. This card's sold out. This card's sold out. 53 is not selling well, and this card's sold out, and it's got 2 international champions headlining it. So I know it's not as big of a venue, but
although you maybe can make an argument for Shaydullaev, but sure as hell not Sabatello, and Sabatello's a good fighter.
Exactly why it's sold out. If Isha, do we have time? Can I tell you exactly?
Yeah, no, please.
Okay, because Fukuoka for some reason gets a lot of big fights. If you look at the history of Fukuoka, they load the Fukuoka shows. And here's the thing: they don't consistently also come to Fukuoka. It's not like every year they come to Fukuoka. I think I think they came to last time to Fukuoka maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So it's the novelty of we don't know when RIZIN will be back. That's why they'll be the title fight obviously helps, but also the the unknown of if they're going to if they're going to be back next year or the year after. We don't know. This is not like a touring schedule like wrestling does, where they go. You can kind of guess where they are.
LFA comes to Minnesota 4 times a year. We know that. This is not the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and I guess yes, that's why. And I'm sure also Yuki helped sell some tickets as well, so give him the credit. So yeah, but mainly because they never the show specifically sold out because of the championship match, and when
with
they
international champions
with Kubo being in the championship, and I think also the championship is itself respected enough that it would sell out almost anywhere they go. But also again, you don't know when they're coming back to Fukuoka as well. And also you get people from the entire Kyushu region. You get people coming from Kagoshima, Nagasaki as well. So everybody's coming that way. Sorry, didn't want to that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to.
All right, it's good excuses for why international guys are selling out arenas there. So I'm joking with you guys.
I'll say this: one international guy in this next matchup here might, despite coming in who I believe will be the favorite, might not get past the hard hitting Tenya Yoshimura. I had so much fun watching tape on this guy. He is a hell of a striker, hits stupid hard, and though his grappling is getting better, but though it's just still not the same level in my opinion as Nurkon, Zumagadzi, who that was just his base growing up, is at least a hybrid of wrestling or wrestling in itself. Yoshimura, if this stays on the feet or if he counters some of these takedowns or can at least hold his own in the clinch, could do some crazy damage or get a knockout in this one. 5-2 as a pro, 4-1 in his last 5. Has been knocked out once, 3 knockouts, 1 submission, 1 decision. 5-2 in Pancrase, and he lost in a title fight against a really good opponent as well. What's up?
Wasn't one of his losses a DQ? If I read it right,
Illegal knee. Yes, one of his losses was an illegal knee. So I mean, Spear rule said it should have been a win.
Right. So he's real credentialed in Nurum Gadzi. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
He looked awesome against oh my god, I'm blanking on the Seiya.
Yep.
Crushed.
Tatsuya Seiya. He looked great against him, like finished him easily, got the Darce choke. And that was the thing. When he made his RIZIN debut in last November, I was like, he fought in Alash Pride. Alash Pride is probably the most corrupt league in Kazakhstan. It's more corrupt than Mesa. It's more corrupt than Octon. It is, though. Like if you ask someone who worked at Alash Pride, they'd be like, oh, yeah, that was a setup fight. They would tell you how corrupt they are, right? Like, it's insane. And, like, yeah, Tapology flagged his last 2 fights. Okay, he got a fucking belt, a big fucking whoop against 15-10 guy, and probably corrupt fight as well. And all beat a guy making his debut, whatever. He fights the best level of competition before Seiya, and he loses via rear naked choke at UAE Wars. I think that was super telling. So, like, I watched his fights and I was like, yeah, he dominated these guys who some of them had no business being in there. Some of them, I truly think Silva threw the fight. Like, it didn't, like, it was like as obvious as, like, you know, some friggin' like some Inoki Bombay fight circuit like 1997. Like, it was bad. It was obvious.
Or like Naoya Ogawa versus Gary Goodridge, potentially.
Honestly, it was like close to that level. So that's why I was so like blown away, and I was like, okay, despite all that fuckery that I just like mentioned in the last 2 minutes, he's got some fucking talent. His wrestling's good. He's dangerous. He's quick. He can blitz. He's clearly got power. Oh man, I'm picking Zumagadzi, but I'm hoping that Tenya cracks him, because I just think obviously like it's good for RIZIN, it's good for Japan, and I just think it's just going to be that much more fun if, you know, the hometown guy knocks out
Quick question.
The Japanese guy knocks out the foreigner with a lot of steam here, is 10-1.
Yeah. Quick question. Is Tenya conventional fighter?
Drew.
So here's the thing with Tenya. Isha, you've seen his fights in Pancrase. He kind of just, I don't want to say he kind of just throws and with the intention of death, if that makes sense.
He's more of a brawler than a polished.
So, and I would recommend watching highlights if you can of his fight with Seiya. And Seiya and that's a type of fight that Tenya could have won, but because Seiya is just slightly more violent than Tenya, that's why Seiya was able to win the way he did.
I saw that fight. I haven't seen him before. Got it.
It's Tenya. So despite the fake fights and Alash and all that stuff, I still think Zumagazi, Narcan as I call him, is still. I still think he's a good fighter. I still think he is a really good fighter. I think he's a much more polished fighter than Tenya. Just for also, I said this on my show. I grapple with Tenya. Tenya doesn't have the best grappling, despite being a pro. Well, he just kind of has like really raw strength to like just get out of shit and like not be taken down. But I don't know if he can use that against Zumagazi. I think Zumagazi is too much of a smart fighter to kind of just brawl with the guy who's looking for a brawl or grapple with the guy who wants to grapple. I think he's way too smart for that, and I think Zumagazi is gonna be the one who wins this fight.
J-Wolf, anything else to add? And what's
I mean, hearing that, I'm hoping that I love how you were saying about this matchup that, you know, it'd be cool if the Japanese fighter could take out the credentialed international guy, and it would be. That's probably why they matched it up right here. But hearing Drew say that he's grappled with this kid and he doesn't have the best grappling, we know Zumagazi has good grappling. So I'm definitely going to go with Zumagazi. And hey, wasn't he part of an international a World Series RIZIN? Was that a World Series RIZIN he's a veteran of?
No. Yeah,
he's only had one fight in RIZIN. He's on the landmark in Kobe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Thought it was on an international one.
I think King Silo said this best. I would have liked if they had Zumagazi versus Horie and then Pitbull versus Tenya. I would give Tenya a lot more. I would lean more towards Tenya to beat Pitbull than and then Horie and Zumagazi. I would be maybe still pick Zumagazi, but I think this is a tough fight for Tenya on paper.
But they want Horie to get if he beats Pitbull, he wants Horie to get that name power, the name draw off of Pitbull.
I'd rather do it off. Well, he already has name power. He's been in UFC. He's already called the rising star. Put it to Tenya, who's 20, 22, 23. Give it to him, man.
Well, no, Tenya's 21, Nurkan's 25, so it's two young guys here going up against each other, which even in the UFC, I'd rather them build them up a little bit more before you give them their first prospect.
The other thing also is that RIZIN, I don't know why, but they hate Hearts Keshukai fighters. They put them in the most weirdest spots and most toughest spots for some reason. Remember Hirotaka Nakata had 3 fights in RIZIN. They're all against world fucking beaters. Kimihiro Eto had I forgot who he fought, but also had the fight of world beaters as well. They put their guys in the weirdest spots.
Koki Nakagawa?
Was it Nakagawa? I don't remember. It was so long. It was a pandemic show. Those are kind of yeah. RIZIN doesn't, for some reason they do weird with the Hearts guys as well.
Okay. All right.
By the way, I'll just also quickly say Tenya's brother Kaito, you'll see him in the future. That's all I'll say.
Okay. Cool. All right. So I feel like we're all on Nurkan, but we're all kind of hoping that Tenya lands that finishing blow.
I was gonna ask, I meant is he right-handed? Is Tenya right-handed?
Yes. That's what. And then he's called. I think he's called the monster with the right hand. Called the monster with the right hand.
Does he jab or is it just straight brawling?
It's kind of like Saika in a way. It's kind of like Saika's thing, a little bit less polished. By the way, if you also believe MMA math, Saika beat Tenya, but Narcan beat Saika. So so if you want to make bet your house on that, go ahead.
I'm gonna go with Tenya here.
Let's go. I'm glad one of us did.
I'm hoping and assuming that he will use his jab to set up that right hand, and he'll crack him.
Mm-hmm. But he's got to stay on the feet.
He's a southpaw, so he's vulnerable to that straight right hand. If he throws it straight down the pipe, boom, will knock him out.
But Drew said he doesn't have no grappling to stay on the feet.
I know.
He's got some grappling. He's a pro fighter, J Wolf.
But you didn't say no grappling. I think that Zumagazi just has the better overall MMA blueprint.
He does.
That's why I lean towards him.
I'm just saying that if Tenya uses that jab, can use that jab to set up his right hand, boom.
From a betting perspective, Tenya is going to come in as the underdog, and you could bet him just straight up money line and knockout, and you might actually make some. Look, again, I picked the freaking Kazakh, okay, but I want Tenya to win. And I made way too many excuses why you should win. I should have just written better MMA fighter, but you guys should see I'm absolutely crazy. I go way too nuts with my stupid fucking RIZIN.
That's awesome. No, you're hardcore. That's awesome.
Too hardcore.
As you should.
Right.
People should know what they're going to lose their money on.
Yeah. 99% on Tapology picked Nurkan, by the way. Not surprised. All right, let's get to this next one. We have Majima against James Gallagher. The Bellator / did he even fight in PFL? I don't think so. Just Bellator, and I think he fought once under the PFL Bellator banner. Regardless, was on the regional scene for the last 2 fights. 13-3 as a pro. I'm not gonna lie, I thought he crashed out more than just 3 losses. So I was pleasantly surprised to be okay, he actually didn't lose as many fights and wasn't as much of a letdown as like the media and MMA community made him out to be. I know he like
It's because of that brutal loss, bro. That
yeah. I mean,
stuck in your mind where he was talking
one loss does like shouldn't make your whole career. Now
but
I
dude,
know
that highlight of him just talking shit and then getting this, just
that's the thing
knockout.
too. He's like Sabatello in the sense he talks so much shit, but he doesn't even have a single knockout. Like it's crazy.
Well, he's a grappler.
10 submissions, 3 decisions. The thing about his submissions is like he submitted guys who have like no jujitsu. If there's guys who are like his level or better in just grappling or jujitsu, like they give him issues, and those are the fights that go to decision, or those are the fights that he loses. 9-3 in Bellator. Did lose his grappling match, Jay Wolf, at ADXC or
Grappler's delight.
Just saying. Lost to Leandro Higo. I mean, whatever. There's not a lot of shame in losing to that one. Losing to Patchy Mix, no shame in that. Lost to Ben Dejas. I mean, Ben Dejas was good, and again, he talks so much shit now. That was the one where he got head kicked. Like, I get it. On the Rise had fought some decent guys, but like not any world beaters. Look, his wrestling's fine. His jiu-jitsu's fine. I'm hoping that his like striking is just continuing to get better as he trains, because he's only 29. Like, you'd think his striking still going to get better. He's going up against Majima, who's 18-6, 34. So like not certified Unk yet, but does have a lot of miles under his belt. He's 3-2 in his last 5. He's been winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one. It's funny with Majima is like every time I think he's gonna lose, he fucking wins. Every time he wins, I think he's gonna fucking lose. 15 submissions, 1 knockout, 2 decisions. He's only been finished via knockout 3 times. He's been submitted twice. 4-5 in RIZIN, 7-0 in Shuto. I like about crashed out and smashed my computer and monitor when he beat Seguro Knee. That just absolutely was gutting, and it just sent Knee into a freaking spiral. Losing to Karamov, I think we all figured like Karamov was just like the more dangerous MMA fighter, and I think arguably better grappler. I wasn't surprised that he beat Kimura and that he submitted him either. So, man, I've been back and forth on this one. Before I give my pick, we'll throw it to Drew first here. Who do you think is going to win this one? Because this one's actually tough to pick.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I made my pick already in my show, and I kind of don't want to walk back my pick because I think that'd be really pussy of me to do. But I mean, listen, I debated too, because on paper, listen, you look at these guys, they're like, okay, neither of these guys can strike. They're just gonna grapple.
And yes, who's the better grappler? Who's the stronger guy?
But then also, I talked to James Gallagher. I did a beautiful interview with him, which you can find on my channel. But so he made a good point that Majima is like a grappler in MMA, while Gallagher is a MMA grappler. And I kind of see that. Majima, if he gets the position, if he knows that he can just hold it, he'll hold it for as long as he can, like he did with like Yokoyama, probably Kimura as well. He'll hold it back. He won't advance position as much as like Gallagher, who maybe throw some punches in there, throw some elbows, and maybe transition to another position if possible. And based on that, I kind of have to lean a little bit towards Gallagher. I know that Gallagher gets a lot of shit. I think he's a better MMA fighter than a lot of people like make him out to be. I think a lot of the hate comes from like that Conor era where, listen, Bellator tried to make their own Conor with him, and he just, unfortunately, it was him. If it had been anybody else, they would have gotten the same hate. I think Gallagher is a fine person. Thought he's a swell person. Sorry, going off topic here, but I think he's a better fighter than a lot of the media, like you said, kind of paints him as. That loss to Patchy Mix. Listen, I rewatched that fight. The first round was pretty competitive, and then after that, yeah, Patchy Mix basically dominated him.
This is the old Patchy Mix, not whatever Patchy Mix we're watching now.
Well, Patchy Mix also missed weight for that fight as well. That's another thing that people don't remember, is that he missed weight for that fight. And I don't know why people forget that, but that's also an important factor as well. So, but yeah, I have to go with Gallagher just based on, I think he's the overall better MMA fighter between the two. Now, I think it's going to go to decision somehow, but I think Gallagher is the one who's going to get his hand raised.
Mr. Ohio, who do you got?
I am going with Gallagher. I'm going to go by knockout.
Nice.
Wow, nice.
I think that Majima's stand-up is so bad And from what I recall, it's been a while since I've seen Gallagher fight, but I've definitely seen him like 5-6 times in Bellator. His stand-up wasn't the worst I've ever seen compared to Majima. And I do think that Gallagher's wrestling is good enough to where he can keep the standing and he can outstrike Majima and knock him out. Majima does not have a good chin at all. And I think that Gallagher will be able to crack him over 3 rounds because I don't think Majima's takedowns are good enough or grappling and takedowns are good enough to hold Gallagher down for 3 rounds. I just don't think it is. And so I think Gallagher's going to crack him eventually.
That's what I was going to ask you guys, because I was thinking it's going to be a grappler's delight, and I was going to ask you, do you think that this could turn, the grappling could cancel each other out, and this could turn into like a kickboxing match, right? And who's got the better striking? So Mr. Ohio just answered that. So Gallagher's got the better striking.
I don't think this will be a grappler's fight, but I think this will be a hold position grappler's fight.
It could very well
or
be.
Just a sloppy like double jab, try to land a big shot,
Dive
separate
in
from
for
the
a
clinch.
takedown. I guarantee Majima will probably be the one who dives in for a takedown because he does that in all of his fights.
Well, remember, this is real MMA we're talking about here. This ain't no pussified UFC rule set.
If Gallagher just starts throwing those knees and kicks, I'm gonna just like lose my shit. Let's go.
And remember, he's been knocked out before. I think Majima got knocked out by Yutaka Saito that way?
Yeah, many times. Yeah. He dived in for that takedown and just like ate soccer kicks. And that's one that J-Wolf always brings up. No, that's the one you never bring up. No, that's the one you never bring up for Yutaka Saito for some reason. You never bring that one up.
What do you mean? Yes, I do.
You bring up Kyohei Hagiwara, like from
on the trigger card.
Yes,
you never bring
one.
up the Saito one, which was a clear. No grabbing the ropes, no grabbing the whatever. This one is the one. Is the one that if you want to show somebody superior rule set, this is the one you show, not the Hagiwara one.
No, I love the Hagiwara one. That trigger first event.
You never mention this one. I listened to.
Yes, I do. What are you talking about? I do.
Back me up on this. How many times does he mention Hagiwara? Like
because
all the time?
He carried the trigger first event. I love the.
He's definitely mentioned Hagiwara more.
I do. So what? But I still like the Saito one.
But you never mention the same level of enthusiasm, or if you do, you mention it like in passing, which I'm like so surprised about.
Yeah, but you know what though? You know what's great now is because he used to talk about Reina's like flying stomp. But let's be honest,
my God.
The flying stomp doesn't matter because Seikazawa is the greatest female fighter on the fucking planet. Let's go.
Oh, she got lucky.
Fucking go, greatest female MMA fighter on the planet.
It should be Reina champ right now.
That finish from.
Fucking love Seikazawa. Let's go, baby. J-Wolf, who are you picking in this one?
No, I remember I just said, I thought it was gonna be a grappler's delight. I wanted to ask you guys if it was gonna be, if it's striking, who had the better striking. Mr. Ohio answered that, so I'm gonna pick Gallagher, hopefully by knockout, and hopefully it's a pure rule set with Majima diving in. Maybe it can eclipse the Saito knockout of him for Drew.
Yeah, I'm going Gallagher as well. I think when the odds drop, Majima will be the underdog, and I think if you want to take a swing, not the worst underdog to snatch a submission, because like I'm just saying, I don't know what the odds are going to be, but
I want to ask you guys this about this match.
That seem fair?
What's that?
Would 2-1 for Gallagher seem fair?
I mean, probably. I mean, that it's a swing one, but like it's one of those where people are like, "What's something you can drop $2 to $10 on?" Majima submission might be that swing. And
no,
maybe I'm just way too fucking attached to Seguro knee, but he submitted Seguro knee, so like
you can't get over that loss to me.
I will do until the day I die. It's gonna be on my tombstone. I'm gonna demand. It's gonna be like, like loved by whatever, and still pissed off about the Seguro knee loss to fucking.
But hey, I want to ask you guys before we get off of this fight. If Gallagher wins here, Dean and Jay Krish on the Focus Fight show, we're talking about a future match. Do you think this could fast track him to a title shot? Maybe against like someone like Okamoto after this, or the epic RIZIN Prince Okamoto, I should say.
It depends if it's like a superior rule set finish, maybe he's in the conversation. But if it's I don't know, Sabatello and Bellator type fight. No.
Okay, so you think if it's a spectacular finish, then his next bout could be a title eliminator bout?
Then we'll talk. Yeah, but if
Okay.
it's not, then it's like, okay, you need, that was your first fight. Let's see what you can do in your follow up.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Good answer.
Speaking of follow up, I believe this is they're the only female fight on this card.
Yeah.
We have the certified auntie fight. We got a pair of aunties fighting here. We got the former LFA champ in Natasha Kuzutina against Ayaka Hamasaki. Now, Ayaka Hamasaki, 44 years of age, still active, which, hey, props to her. And she got a win in Deep Jewels, mind you, against a 6-7 gal, but 26-7. Such a respectable career, 44 years of age, 3 KO TKOs, 11 submissions, 12 decisions, 11-4 in RIZIN, which again, like, respectable, man. Respectable, even though it's like not super deep with women's fighters compared to, even sometimes Deep Jewels again, and it comes in waves every few years. And they went 4-2 in Invicta, which again doesn't really matter because they had 7 fights in friggin' 5 years in that promotion that apparently is still a thing. They told me that they're still a thing. We'll see if they're still a thing.
Yeah, they might be doing something with Combate Global, hopefully, in atom weights.
I can't roll my eyes big enough. But
hey,
anyways.
and if they said if Invicta doesn't do anything, then they might, hit up RIZIN because it's only who else has atom weights.
RIZIN should just buy them at this point. But
Invicta does not exist anymore.
They keep telling me they're going to do a show in a few months. I'm like, okay.
And even if they did exist, I don't take seriously promotion. That goes on hiatus for a year. That's not a serious promotion.
They sign a CBS deal on TV and have one show. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, she beat my girl Yuri Shim. And recently, too, in 2024. That's an incredible... Like, Yuri Shim's a scrapper. Again, leaves a lot to be desired in her submission defense, but, like, not the worst grappler. Just, again, submission defense is not necessarily there. Hell of a scrapper. Love her stand-up. That was a great win. She was able to extort her weakness and get the arm lock. My fear is Natasha is way stronger, is a judoka, has incredible grappling, and... if all that shit gets like nullified, she can hold her own on the feet in boxing, and she did that at the LFA level. Like, I'm not gonna lie, she's a pretty boring fight. Her last few fights in LFA were pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie. She fought lesser competition in Tough Enough, and I believe she went to Ural or whatever as well in her last fight, where she did beat a good opponent, but again, split decision against Ashley Yoder. You should be destroying Ashley Yoder at this, let's be honest, at this point in her career. Like, no disrespect to Ashley Yoder, UFC vet, whatever. You should be absolutely destroying her at this stage in her career. And even the girls that she beat in LFA were solid prospects, but man, like, she beat them in like the most boring 5-round clinch. Yeah, I'm more dominant in the clinch, but I'm not doing anything. I take you down and I'm not doing anything type of fashion. So this is probably going to be a really boring fight unless Hamasaki just tries to put on a little bit more entertainment and hunt some submissions, hunt some superior rule set, and just kind of throws Natasha off her game plan. If not, Natasha's going to win this fight decision, and that's kind of how I see this one going. J Wolf, how do you see this one?
Man, I'm hoping that the former Invicta champ. I love how Drew doesn't like that. I can't wait until they hold another show, Drew. I can't wait for Invicta.
For the 100 people, show. And 50 of them are my subscribers. Yes.
Good. I look forward to the next show in 10 years, J Wolf. I look forward to
I was Invicta's biggest. I was Invicta's biggest supporter, but like, I can't support something that's not a lot.
I got a question about that. What if it's a collaboration with Combate Global, and Combate Global brings over some Invicta fighters? Would that count?
What's the collaboration though, J Wolf?
That's as M1 still collaborates. M1 is dead, bro. M1 is it's that Chinese promotion that just uses their fucking name. I feel like it's the same. It's the same thing.
No, I'm saying if it's Combate Global versus Invicta, and it has Invicta fighters, Invicta atomweights.
Invicta doesn't have Invicta fighters or other league fighters because Invicta doesn't have a show to you. There are no.
All right, so I guess that won't count then. All right, fine.
Dude,
fine.
Look, man, I'm the biggest Deep Jewels fans on the planet. I'm the one who vouches for female mixed martial arts, but like until Invicta is a league, but not more than 4 shows a year, they're not a fucking league.
Deep already has had like 3 or 4 or 5 shows this year in different parts of Japan, and Invicta has not had a show in 1 year. It's almost like 1 year exactly. I think isn't it June or July? It'll be like 1 year fully. Now, unless they want to do 1 show a year, okay, fine, yeah. No, what will there be if you collaborate, J Wolf? Like, there's no Invicta.
The Invicta fighters come over to Combate Global and fight the Combate Global fighters.
I'm saying like Invicta fighters are like other promotion fighters now because they have to fight. They gotta eat. They gotta, you know what I mean? Like they're
yeah. Katie Perez is not an Invicta fighter. She hasn't fought for Invicta for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, she's a Combate Global fighter.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I thought she was Invicta. I don't really care anyway. But yeah, okay. So you know my point. You know my point.
Yeah, I know. So, anyways, to get back to this fight, instead of breaking your balls about Invicta so much, even though I love doing that, it's so much fun. But Hamasaki, I'm hoping the experience comes soon. But I don't know. I mean, Kuziya is an Olympic level judoka, right? So she's got excellent grappling, and I also heard on Jay Krish's Focus Fight show. I think Dean said it that she trains at ATT in Florida.
Yep.
American Top Team. That's a great gym. So, I mean, dude, I don't know.
She's good. She's just boring. Like, she's 0 knockouts, 3 submissions, 6 decisions. Like, she's strong as fuck for a 125er.
So, I'm hoping that if she's able to win here, she doesn't, like, just annihilate Hamasaki. I mean, because I like Hamasaki a lot. So, I don't want to see her just get destroyed and have to retire or anything. But, yeah, unfortunately, I got to pick Kuziya. And, it'd be interesting, though, to see if she knows the assignment. Like,
she doesn't. I'm going to tell you right now, she doesn't.
You don't think she's going to be able to use grounded knees?
I think she's going to hold. I mean, I don't know. I don't think so.
It'll be interesting to see if she knows the assignment and can make it not, super boring. That'd be interesting. But other than that, it's just, I mean, but you know what? It actually would be a good thing because they can build. They need atom weights, guys. They need somebody to face Sika Izawa because Sika Izawa's cleaned out the division. All they got is they're gonna have to collaborate with Combate Global to get Izawa some opponents. Otherwise, I mean, it's Kuziya and who else, right? So that's why it's got to be. But
I'm glad they brought her over. Don't get me wrong. Her only loss to Fatima Klein, like she's somebody at least. It's just like, we'll see.
No, I hear you. I just don't want to see Hamasaki go out, like.
Well,
brutally.
I mean, lucky for you, this is the one fighter that might just stink it up, but she won't hurt Hamasaki. So, I mean, Mr. Ohio, what do you think?
I was gonna say I'm actually gonna go with Hamasaki by submission.
Oh, nice.
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 I love these against
Even if
the great.
even if Hamasaki gets taken down, and she probably will because an Olympic judoka and all that good stuff. Hamasaki, to the best of my knowledge, has a pretty damn good guard.
Yep.
And she knows how to she can grapple her ass off. I expect her to work for submissions from the guard most of this fight. And I think she's gonna be able to eventually get one. She's got such a vast depth of experience and just grappling pedigree. I do think, and this Russian woman I can't pronounce the name, so I won't even try, is relatively untested against the best, correct? Compared, like, Hamasaki is by far the best opponent she's ever fought, regardless of size.
I would say take like age factor aside, like, yeah, but she's fought good prospects, like 7-2, 8-1, 7-4. She fought Gigi Canuto, who's wicked grappler as well, and her only loss was a decision to Fatima Klein. So like she's fought good opponents, but they were all like on the come up as well. They weren't like established, been there, done that like Hamasaki.
And I just think Hamasaki is, even at 44, is on a absolutely different level as far as grappling. So I think she'll be able to get the armbar, but if she doesn't, she'll just get decision and she'll get laid on for 15 minutes.
Yeah. Drew, anything else to add or?
I mean, it's been kind of said. I'll just also say I watched that Fatma Klein fight because I was like, I really want to see what this fight, why she lost. First round, she beat Klein pretty much 10-9, 10-8. I would say this: Natalia has one of the best like headlock judo takedowns I've seen maybe since Ronda Rousey. Like she knows how to do it, and like usually you would not go for a headlock in MMA for many reasons, but she is good at it. I'm also taking the fact that I watched Ayaka's last fight, and she struggled with that 6 and 7 fighter. That was like this 5-6 years ago. That Ayaka plows through that woman, but I think Ayaka is on her decline as an MMA fighter. I know she has the win over Yuri Shim, but I hate to tell you this, Isha, I don't think that Yuri Shim was really ever that good. I think she was a mid fighter.
Oh, you stepped in it now, Drew. Oh no, here it comes.
She's a mid fighter who had her best fight in RIZIN, baby.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, but I think she was not that good fighter. Ayaka's, she's lost to Maurice Suda recently as well, and some other folk that you would think, oh, she should have beaten these people.
I think Seiya to a decision in 2022.
And also going to J Will's point, I think RIZIN wants Kuzitina to win this because I'm pretty sure that Izawa wants to fight foreign opponents, and they're hoping Kuzitina wins, and they have an excuse to put, oh, you beat a former RIZIN champion, we can now have you face Izawa next because that's what Izawa wants, which they also desperately need. I have to go with Kuzitina. I think she's going to be the stronger fighter, the better fighter. I think it's going to be 3 rounds of holding position. This fight will be the one. This will be the poop break fight.
You don't think there's any chance of grounded knees?
No.
No, dude.
Neither fighter throws knees even on the standing. J-Wolf, they're not gonna throw ground. What will happen is Kuzitina will either have Ayaka in half guard for the 5 minutes, or take her back, hold that for the 5 minutes, and it's just. They're not going to submit each other. They're going to give pitter patter, whatever. Yeah, that's what's going to be. How funny would it be though if this is like the only one where like there's a soccer kick finish in every fight?
I know, I'm not the same.
But no, I can't go.
I will send my live stream link to J-Wolf, and he can come on and just be like, "I fucking told so." Fucking told so.
Yes.
I'll give you the floor. All right. Makoto Shinryu against Zulu, man. This one, I'm fucking stoked. I think this is a really fun fight here. I think this is a good matchup from RIZIN. 16-8-1 for Zulu upon entering RIZIN. Certified Unk, 36 years of age, still dangerous on the feet. I would say that his last fight against Ito wasn't his. But he just didn't look himself. Maybe it's just the decline due to he's had a long fight career mixed in with a little bit of age. Like it just could have been just like a one-off. He had some of his moments, but like the striking was off, and then he was like trying to grapple at certain points, and I was like, what the hell are you doing here? Like I don't know. It just didn't seem like his best performance, and it seemed like one of Ito's better performances, and it just turned out that Ito just kind of beat the shit out of him after going into the second and third round in particular. Looked really good against Kyoji Horiguchi, cracked him a couple times, dropped him once for sure. You could debate if the second one was just a little stumble or if he actually dropped him, but still. And then 2-time, maybe even 3-time EFC champion. Was obviously on the Ultimate Fighter back when they had their like championship season, the one where Kubo beat Pantoja. That season was so crazy, by the way. Like the show itself that season was pretty boring, but like to see all like the fighters, all those flyweights on there was just insane. And Zulu was part of the competition as well. Capable on the ground as far as his defense, as far as his scrambles, as far as his get-up ability. Has some sneaky submission ability as well. Obviously, Makoto Shinryu is more of a... I hate even calling him wrestler because he's not even like... He's got double leg takedowns, and then it's like, if I can't get your back, I'm kind of fucked. And his striking is just kind of weird. I would say it's like, it's not good, and it's not bad in the sense that like like sometimes he's hard to hit because he's kind of moving in just like weird footwork that like eventually he's probably going to get like caught for it. And we saw it in the Horiguchi fight. He got caught for it a few times, even in the Shorty Torres fight. What I think Makoto Shinryu is really good at is I think he's incredibly strong for his size. And I think if he can beast his way to back control without even getting the submissions, that's how he wins fights. Just like dominating, either attempting to get back take or just getting the back and then getting the rear naked chokes. Or I think he got like one arm triangle choke in North America. But regardless, it's funny. I think he's overrated as a wrestler / grappler, but I think he's underrated as like an MMA fighter. I'm going Shinryu on this one. He 100% could get cracked by Zulu. It's crazy how many fights he's had at only 25, with 21, 5-1 as a pro. He is insanely active. Never been knocked out. Never knocked out anybody. Again, his striking is just kind of funky. His jabs is weird. His hooks are weird. 6 submissions and 15 decisions. That's the thing. He's not a submission specialist either. So I'm going Shinryu, but again, I wasn't like bullish on this pick because like Zulu still got some gas left in his tank. And Mr. Ohio, we'll start with you. Like, who are you picking? And like, are you bullish on either of these guys?
Shinryu by decision. I just think he's a better grappler, like better wrestler, better grappler, and I think he'll be able to outmuscle him and just, as I said, I'll grapple him for 15 minutes. I don't think Makoto Shinryu is very talented, but he drives me crazy because he doesn't try to advance position. It really frustrates me to see someone. Nor does he
like try to do damage.
Yeah. I mean, it just frustrates me to see someone who is clearly so talented just be content.
Dude, that's such a good way to put it. Like, yeah. And sometimes too content because you'll lose decisions and be like, I won that. It's like, no, if you would have thrown some fucking elbows.
It's like Karamov against Kleber. He thought he won the fight. No, dude, you didn't do enough.
Yeah.
But I was also going to say, would it be fair to say that Makoto Shinryu kind of his striking is a little Damian Maya-esque?
Yeah, I think he's like a little bit more like he bounces around a little bit more. But yeah, I could say that because like nobody gave Damian, like when you think Damian Maya, you don't think striking at all. But like it wasn't like he was bad. No. It was just weird, and he was outside, and he used it primarily to jab and set up takedowns. But but it wasn't bad. Like he actually would hit his opponents. There just wasn't a lot of power behind it.
Yeah, that's the one comparison I could think of in terms of grappling, because Makoto Shinryu is obviously primarily a grappler, but we've seen him do more stand-up these last couple of years.
I mean, his stand-up against Ogi Kubo was overall impressive. His stand-up against Torres was there as well. And Motoya, baited him into standing up as well. And those guys are just all better strikers than him. So that it was what it was. Better striker than him, and a lot of them, just as good in Torres, and Motoya and Ogi Kubo better grapplers than him. So, which by the way, if Motoya would have won the belt last year, I would have said he was the 2026 MMA fighter of the year across all promotions. But god damn it, he was my favorite fighter of the year. Dude, what a year! Like, what a year for Motoya last year. He, in my opinion, is the most underappreciated MMA fighter on the planet, like across all promotions. But
he's definitely Drew, one of them.
Anything we missed on this one? Anything you want to add?
Well, just also like to say, don't forget, remember how much Jay Wolf was hating on Ogi Kubo and Motoya, despite their 5-year candidate. I bring that up as well.
Kubo,
dude, that was the best fight of the tournament, and it was awesome that it was the finals. So I was so happy with the result.
I like that RIZIN is. And they could do this for at least all the shows, just have all the guys on Flyweight Grand Prix just like rotating, fighting each other. You have enough fights for, I think, at least until maybe Super RIZIN, probably even beyond that, if you do like one per show to just do that. I think it's great. And they should do that for all tournaments. I don't know why they didn't do it with the lightweight tournament that they had a few years ago, but I think that's just a great way to it's a great way to make fights. It just is just a great way. The thing about Shinryu is so weird. What a weird career that he's had a weird but interesting career. Zulu is a good fighter, a great fighter. Almost beat Horiguchi, or could have beaten Horiguchi somehow. I don't know, but here the thing is that Shinryu also. Speaking of Koguchi, Shinryu has been trained at ATT. He's now an ATT coded fighter, and the fight that he had with Hiroya was the first of Shinryu. I think we're gonna get a much more safer fighter of Shinryu, which is it kind of like you guys said exactly, kind of like fighting like Demian Maia, fighting the fight not to gain position but to hold position. I think that's what this fight will be. Zulu is a good grappler, but I think Shinryu he pushes the pace way more harsher than way more further than Zulu does. I'm picking Shinryu to win by decision.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be the most exciting fight unless Zulu like cracks him and we go, oh, is he going to finish him? Is he going to finish him? But even then, I think Shinryu will be able to squeeze this one out. A little bit of change of pace.
Oh, I don't get to talk about the Zulu.
Oh, sorry, Jay. Well, sorry.
This is one of the ones I'm looking forward to the most.
All right, sorry. You have the floor.
No, I want to ask you guys: isn't Zulu much taller than Shinryu? Right?
He's got like an Anderson Silva build where he's like long and lanky.
Too.
Yeah. So, and he's got pretty decent takedown defense, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so then this could be more interesting, I think, than people are because I mean Zulu, I really like Zulu. He's a good fighter. I mean, he's got one of my most favorite combos I've ever seen. I call it the blood sport kick combo. Remember the beginning of Bloodsport where Jean-Claude Van Damme's kicking the speed bag and he does a roundhouse kick and then he continues forward with a back kick, a heel kick to it. That's kind of what Zulu did in a fight. And it was so awesome. I just love that. And also remember, Zulu gave Horiguchi all he could handle. And, that was really impressive performance by Zulu, even though he lost that fight. But still, I really like Zulu a lot. And I'm also really high on Shinryu as well. I think, like actually you're saying, he's one of the most underappreciated fighters out there. And he's one of RIZIN's, rising stars, basically. I mean, he's a guy that they're building into a future star. Just because he couldn't beat Snoozy Kubo, the decision merchant, doesn't mean he's not going to be anything later on. So I really like this matchup. I just don't think it's if Zulu is bigger and he's got a decent takedown defense, I think it's going to be it's not going to be a cakewalk for Shinryu. Let's just put it that way. I think it's going to be. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was going to also say. So the point I forgot to add is I think the Shinryu's grappling is going to be more favorable in the cage. That's why I also forgot to say as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's going to be given a gift. No,
because even if Sulu defends it, you can't just if you're holding position, you're still winning by points, and it's not like with the ring where you kind of move around, kind of like slide here, slide to the corner, and kind of work your way out. Yeah, no, I think the cage favors Shinryu's type of grappling style that we've been talking about. Sorry, that's all I want.
Okay, well, I mean, if he's got some good trips and stuff, he can get it done definitely. But I just don't want people to underestimate Zulu in this. I don't want them to think that Shinryu is going to just be a cakewalk. And I'm hoping he's not taking Zulu lightly either, because I really like Shinryu. I was seeing Samaru's comments as well. Shinryu is absolutely a future star. 100% agreed, Samaru. But this is a really good fight right here. And I want to ask you guys, do you think this fight, if Shinryu wins this, do you think that puts him back on a path to the title shot? Like, not necessarily very next fight, but maybe like in a number one contender bout after this, if he can beat Zulu. What do you guys think?
I mean, Zulu way more than Kondo, who's like the worst fighter in RIZIN. So
okay, so you agree.
I think RIZIN wants Zulu to win because then they could do Ogi Kubo Zulu rematch from Tafa.
But they can also do the Shinryu Oji Kubo rematch also.
With all due respect, that happened like only a year ago or 2 years ago. It's still fresh in my mind that he got dominated by Shinryu. I would rather hunt for
Ogi. Ogi Kubo choked him out, dude, and that's what he's gonna do again to him if they rematch.
Oh, Samaru, you got to back me up here. Come on, Shinryu's grown since then.
No, Ogi Kubo choked out Zulu back in the Ultimate Fighter. That was 10 years ago. How crazy is that?
Yeah,
10
come on.
years
Do the
ago.
rematch from 10 years. Do the rematch from 10 years ago, not from 2 years ago. That just makes more sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Sorry, guys. I had to take care
but
of something.
I still want to see Shinryu rematch Oji Kubo someday. So, but I'm glad you agreed that that'll put him close to a title shot, or at least number one contender shot afterwards. So,
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
let's go
All
to
right.
the kickbox about.
We get back to kickboxing here, where we have we have Asahisa here, who the K1 star, who, funny enough, fighting in RIZIN kickboxing on the same night as K1. A little cheeky. I love it. I don't think he's going back to K1 after this. We'll probably see him on RIZIN, Rise. God, I hope not one championship, but probably one championship as they're continuing to bring over Japanese guys and giving them that Qatar money that they're never going to pay back to Qatar. But anyways, he's going up against some Thai guy. All right. We got Sing Payak Kiam Fong. Now, let me tell you, Paya Kiam Fong, that's not even the hardest name I've had to pronounce because I cover those Friday fight shows on one, and holy fuck, boys. Like, sometimes these guys have like 4 names in one. It's insane. He's fought in Rise in kickboxing. He's fought in shoot boxing. Like, he's not a complete nobody. I went back. He fought in Fairtex fights, which again, not the highest level, but like, he's fine. He's a fine kickboxer. He knows what he's doing. Asis is still going to absolutely beat the fuck out of him, in my opinion. Better on the feet, better footwork. I mean, sorry, just like better footwork, better power, faster, better head movement. Just like, he is just the better kickboxer. He's a K1 World Max champion. I mean, he's fought in the K1 World Grand Prix and won. He's dominated in Crush tournaments and in Crush as well for so many years. I mean, he's just the accomplished kickboxer. When I first saw this so high on the card, I was like, there's no way he's doing MMA. Please tell me he's not doing MMA. And I was so relieved to see that this was still a kickboxing fight. I mean, this is a showcase fight at best. Like, Drew, like, you let me know like how and why this is happening, because like I know he's not. It's nothing new necessarily. Like him, I think he's been in like he's fought in RIZIN before, a couple fights before. He's been in like the audience for some big shows and things like that. So his relationship with RIZIN is good, but like RIZIN is not a kickboxing promotion. This isn't one championship over here. They're not more of a striking promotion. They are MMA. Like, what's the deal with this fight? I mean, we can all agree that Asahisa's winning, right? Like, everyone, J Wolf, okay. So, Drew, what the fuck? Why is this fight happening?
So, 2 things. One, I am not counting this guy. I'm not counting the Thai guy as an international fighter, J Wolf, because he lives and works in Japan. Hana Jim.
Oh, dude, you can't.
So he's not.
He's a Japanese landed immigrant.
Yes. So this does not count as foreigner versus
Yes,
Japanese.
it does.
And he fights in Japanese kickboxing promotions. So
yes. Asahisa is doing these side quests instead of defending the K1 title because. So I remember on our show when I did the whole future kickboxing thing, and Dogman had this theory that K1 is maybe only making money by guys buying out their own contracts, which K1 still makes them do. Basically, if you don't do that, basically you've got to pay K1 to say, "Hey, release me," and then there's a 1 year, like layoff or no compete.
Yeah.
Which is
the UFC does that too.
Thing.
The UFC does that too.
No, you can fight immediately right after, right?
No, there's a year like, I don't know if it's exactly a year, but there's an extended month period where like, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
The year one it was PFL. Remember PFL had the crazy year.
That was a matching clause. That's entirely different. They're saying you can't fight. That's entirely different, J Wolf.
Oh, okay.
I will defend PFL on that because there's 2 entirely different. Anyway, Asahisa, this is a gimme fight. This is probably, other than the main events, this is the most clear mismatch of the show. Asahisa is gonna walk through Hana Jim and just fuck him up. And this is also the problem. This is also a K1 issue. I bet Asahisa is probably one of the guys that's paid the most on their roster, and they're just trying to find a way for this guy to just fucking leave, just pay out his contract, and then he can go to Rise, whatever. I guarantee that is what K1 is trying to do, because he has complained on social media, hey, why am I not fighting and defending my title? and he's not the first one to do it. There's tons of others. Hey, that's why they're getting all these foreign fighters in K1 because none of them bitch and complain. Because all the Japanese.
Bro, this is why all of them like I love one championships Friday fights, crazy Muay Thai because it's just pure violence. But like, I'm not a fan of all these Japanese kickboxers going there. I'm not a fan that Yuki Yoza is in one championship. Also, fuck him. Fuck him for beating my boy Super Light.
That's not Yoza's fault. That's not one's fault. This is all K1's fault.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, but if one can get him, then props to one for being able to get him. Like, it's. I fear that he's gonna go one versus Rise, dude.
I think he might go to RIZIN. I feel like he's gonna go. I think he would go to RIZIN or Rise. I'm guessing. That's just because RIZIN's using him so much. I think it's kind of like they're saying, "Hey, listen, come to this side. Come to this side."
Well, it depends. If he wants to compete, then he'll probably go to Rise or One. If he wants to just make a bunch of money and fight whatever guys, then he'll Rise and he'll just continue to fight on RIZIN cards.
If he signs with RIZIN, he can still fight in Rise. He'll get those fights in RIZIN. He can go other places. If he goes to One, he's clamped down the one. Well, I think One says they're not clamping down on their kickboxers. I think didn't they say something like they're not going to be clamped down so much? I don't know if that's.
I mean, they say that, but like Shotru jail is a real thing.
Yeah. Well, listen, if you go to RIZIN, you'll be fine and all that stuff. So he can fight wherever. He'll have his gym where he can coach as well. He'll have his sponsors and all that. So I think it's probably I think he's going to RIZIN. If he's not in RIZIN by this year, I'll be astounded that he's not already a full-time guy.
All right.
Well, I will not let this King K1 slander stand. He's gonna stay with King K1. They're going to build towards a new Dynamite revival next year, and it's going to be one of the guys.
No one on Dynamite. They're going to have random Brazilians and Romanians on K1 Dynamite.
No, look at the Dynamite. The Dynamite card. Look at the King K1 card this weekend. There's some Japanese fighters on there.
Like 3 or 4, man. There's like 3 or 4, and they're all on the undercard. They are.
Well,
there's a reason why they're at Yo Yogi 2, not Yo Yogi 1. There's a reason why they're at number 2.
Well, still, this King K1 slander will not stand. He's going to be fine. Everything's going to be cool with King K1, and they're going to build towards a Dynamite revival. Don't roll your eyes at me, Drew.
We're just nodding. All right. Let's move on here. We have Ryuya Fukuda against Azizbek Tamirov, the younger brother of Tamirov, who's in the UFC. And he had a little bit of steam, a little bit of helium coming off the amateur scene. He had some good knockouts against lesser opponents. I'll say was gifted a position because of his last name, or his only LFA experience, or his only LFA fight, his only LFA experience. Didn't do well. And then went over to Octagon and fought another prospect and lost that fight as well. So he really needs a win here. I think this is still like a good pickup for RIZIN, a prospect that they could still maybe develop. He's obviously got a little name value. 5 knockouts. And the thing about his knockouts is, yes, they are against lesser opponents, but like they are usually insane. Like I would say 3 out of the 5 are like, I think they were like spinning back kicks to the face. He had a crazy like run of highlights when he was doing like one day competitions as like, I don't even think they were recorded, but like as an amateur when he was like a teenager. I've been a fan of his brother for a little while, so as soon as I found out that like the younger Tamirov was like around and competing as well, I watched a lot of his highlights. Decent grappler, decent striker. It's just like he's well-rounded, but nothing is developed yet to the point where I can call him like a legit prospect. Beat a decent guy who was 7-3, beat a 3-0 guy, beat a 4-3 guy. Again, like not bad. I would say that these guys are better than that freaking Kazakh guy on the card who we talked about earlier, who fought like way lesser competitions instead of fake fights in Alash Pride. But do I think Tamirov's as good as him? Ultimately, no, and that's what was proven in these last 2 fights. So I like this matchup because I think if Tamirov wins handedly, it's good for RIZIN, it's good for him. Fukuda surprisingly is on actually a pretty decent run here. Only one loss in his last 5 fights, 26-9-1, 33 years of age. He's way more of a striker than anything. He's got fun striking. Is it the most polished? No, but does he have knockout power? Yes. If he can get in the top position, he will just go for the finish, which is what I like, or at least just go for damage, which is nice. But overall, not the most polished grappler. Grappling isn't his bread and butter. 4-1 in RIZIN, again, impressive. 11-3-1 in Shuto, impressive. And 9-2 in Deep. Like, every league that he's fought in, he's been impressive in. He's the Deep champion. He fought Diaz Nurmagomedov for the Neza belt. I am a huge fan of Diaz Nurmagomedov, by the way. He's in Brave right now, and I think that... One sec. People ask me about this hat all the time, and they say, who is that? Oh, nice hat. Who is that? And I say, this is Mokaev. He's the biggest duck in the sport of mixed martial arts, and he's fucking terrified of Diaz Nurmagomedov because Nurmagomedov beat Shorty Torres in a title eliminator fight in Brave, and then our boy Mokaev bitched out and made Brave bring in a random Welsh fighter to fight for the title because he's terrified of Nurmagomedov. So ultimately, long and the short of it, not a bad loss by any means. I've been more impressed with Fukuda. I've kind of counted him out in most of his fights. I'm going with Tamirov. I just think his grappling... I actually think Tamirov is probably just going to stink this one up to get the win. Am I completely off base here thinking that Tamirov...
I'm actually going to pick against you on this one.
Will be able to out-grapple him and go for the win, or do you think Fukuda will just beat the shit out of him or find the finish? I mean, J-Wolf, jump in.
Dude, that's what I'm hoping for. I really like Fukuda. You know, he recently had a superior rule set finish. That was awesome. So I'd like him to be rewarded for that. And, you know, if he can beat Timirov's brother here, then I want him fast track to a title. And if not the next fight, then the fight after that. Get him in a number 1 contenders fight. I really like him. And, you know, I know you think that Timirov is going to be like, you think he's going to out-grapple him? You think that's what's going to happen?
I think he's a little bit more well-rounded, but I think Fukuda obviously has the experience and is like way more violent. I'm just leaning towards the prospect who needs the win and who's might stink it up to get it. But this one was tough for me to pick. Like, I'm not sold on Tamirov. I might be swinging. I mean, Mr. Ohio, you're nodding away when I talk about Fukuda. You're going with the experience guy.
I'm going to say I love Fukuda. I thought his victory over Ando was the word I would use, or the term I would use, is eye-opening. Because I thought
rule set finish, right?
Because I thought Ando was just going to beat the hell out of him.
That's a great point, because I picked Ando to win that fight too.
He outboxed Ando so freaking decisively. I would argue that his southpaw jab is a freaking laser, and I thought his technical striking was vastly improved from when he lost to Inoue to when he outboxed Ando and wore him down over 15 or whatever it was. I think it was second or third round finish. I forgot what it was off the top of my head. But my point is, I think he's going to use his experience. His grappling and wrestling defense is good enough to keep this standing enough to where I think he'll be able to piece this guy apart and eventually knock him out late second, early third. I just think the experience and the superior technical striking is going to be too much for someone who's 5-2.
Now, Mr. Ohio, do you think that, because they were saying on the Focus Fights show, Dean the Honey Badger and Jay Krish were saying that Tamirov trains with his brother at Team Alpha Male, which is pretty good.
It's a very good, but I just think the experience is too much. So
you think that Fukuda's grappling is good enough to counteract Timirov's Team Alpha Male, grappling, whatever he can bring from Team Alpha Male?
I think it's good enough to keep it standing long enough for Fukuda to land something.
Okay, cool. That's what I hope happens, because, like I said, Fukuda knows the assignment. This is a high potential for superior rule set action in this fight, and I just want. And Mr. Ohio, do you agree with Fukuda, if not a title shot after this, getting a number 1 contender shot after this? based on the Ando fight and now this one, if he's able to do consecutive sensational finishes?
Well, if he wins this fight and Goto wins, I could see them fighting
for a number one contender bout.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
No, just for the belt. Yeah, for the belt.
For the belt. Okay, yeah. I see what you're saying.
If Sabatello retains and then Fukuoka wins, maybe you put him in with the win. Maybe you put him in with I'm blanking on who, but you would put him in with probably another foreigner, or if there's another Japanese fighter that stands out, you could do that.
Okay, but for a number one contender bout, because he's got to be. I mean, if he does back-to-back sensational performances, he's got to be in title contention. I just that Ando win was super impressive.
And then have the loser fight, and maybe have Temerov if he loses fight Ando.
Oh, there you go. I like that. Good fantasy matchmaking, Mr. Ohio.
Yeah, and like again, I love all of that, and this one was tough for me to pick, and this is going to be one of those ones where like I think Temerov actually might come in as the underdog, and if he does win, I'm definitely going to be patting myself on the back. But like it was, I'm kind of swinging here. Because like I feel like the obvious pick is Fukuoka, but and maybe if Temerov loses, I'll never pick him again. But I'm like, I saw something there early. If he can beat Fukuoka, I feel like that's like a statement. Drew, anything else to add on this one? And what's your pick?
Yes. Sorry, question. Is this a tapology? Is Chris reading fucking tapology that he says he trains at Team Alpha Male? Because I don't see that. Did he train at Team Alpha Male for this fight, or was this a case where he went to Team Alpha Male for like 1 week and that just happens to be like the pinned thing on his Instagram? Because I can't.
I don't know. That's just. I asked where he was trained. If he was trained with his brother or not.
Is his brother at Alpha Male? Is that why?
I don't. Dude, I
don't
know.
I'm looking at his Instagram. These are all. What are they? Uzbeki or Turkey? These are all. I can just look at these guys like, okay, these are all
Kazakh.
Kazakh.
He's Uzbeki.
No, he's Uzbeki. My bad. Nurmagazi.
These are all people from that region. They all look like from that region, and this is definitely not.
But Alpha Male has been bringing in like Uzbekis, Kyrgyzstanis to do like a ton of like, not only like they have a few Kyrgyzstanis in LFA and in A1 that they're coaching. So like, it's not out of the realm of possibility that he's brought him in for some camps.
This sounds
I don't know either though.
For his LFA fight, he just decided to train at Alpha Male. That sounds like that. So
yeah, and again,
Alpha Male
has they have a few Kyrgyzstanis there, like as like that they are probably housing even right now who are in LFA and one in A1 as well. So like I wouldn't be surprised if he went there for like a full camp or
that makes more sense because there's no way. I don't think he's at Team Alpha.
I don't think he's full time there. No.
Okay.
Unless his brother is, but I don't even think his brother is.
His brother's not full time anything now. His brother is on sabbatical for I was like when I first saw the fight, I was like, oh my god, brother Temerov, this guy's got to be a fucking killer. And I was like, I looked at some of his fights, like, oh yeah, like you said, the knockouts. Then he actually fought people who are good, and I was like, oh wow, he's actually not that good. I think this guy would get mogged by maybe any guy in the top 10 in UFC. I don't think he has the skills that his brothers does. This guy seems to has like no grappling at all. Like
he's just a
baffled.
Distant striker, but like nice moves, but more distant striker.
But like both the Diaz brothers had the grappling. I'm trying to think of like brothers or who Nogueira. The Nogueiras had the great grappling. This guy, he's got the striking, but like his grappling, it's just like oh, I'm not gonna go to any of the grappling classes. I have to go with Fukuoka. I think Fukuoka is a much more fluid striker. I think also he's gonna have the length and reach advantage. I don't know. Tapology is fucking lying. That guy is not 5'7".
He's Fukuoka's size or shorter.
Sam on the show said that like he stood next to his brother and he was like neck high to his. This guy is overcompensating. This is his Tinder profile.
No, he's in his hiking boots and on his tippy toes.
Yeah,
probably standing on a couple of rocks in the mountains of friggin' Uzbekistan.
Yeah. I think Fukuoka is gonna outwork him. I think Fukuoka is gonna just piece him up on the feet. He's gonna look He's good. I think, yeah. Fukuda is one of the most underrated strikers as well in RIZIN as well.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you that, Drew. Since you're saying that Temirov is not that good, they favor striking more, this could potentially be a striker's delight then.
It could, but Fukuda's also not. Fukuda's not a brawling, come fight me in the phone booth type fighter. We saw that with the Ando fight where he picks and chooses, and when he gets you, he gets you. And so, yeah, I think I know what you mean by strikers delight, but I don't think this will be like a brawl.
Okay.
But I think Fukuda is gonna easily outwork Temirov on the feet. And with that, like his 1-2s, he's gonna hit the body probably sometimes. I'll be interested to see though. Sam's right by his he is. I don't know. Like he probably put that on his own Tapology. They probably looked like 5'3" at first, and he was like, no. Yeah, I'm picking.
You'll see at the weigh-ins.
5'3". Come on.
You'll see at the weigh-ins. He doesn't tower over Fukuda.
He's gonna be like the Fukuda's belly button. He should be a flyweight. He should honestly be a flyweight, probably. But I know he's too bulky to probably be a flyweight. Just like look at him.
All right, one of the two Americans on the card featured in this next fight. We have Kaleo Mahula, the disciple, who, funny enough, I've actually seen one of his fights. I wasn't completely like, who is this guy? A lot of people are like, wait, who's this guy? You gotta look at, okay, he fought in Tough Enough, whatever. 6-4 as a pro. An impressive 4-1 in his last 5 fights, taking on Kyohei Hagiwara, Jay Will's favorite striker in RIZIN. He actually trains out of Extreme Couture, so probably a lot of like UFC guys training partners, which, hey, top level major organization guys need good training partners. 4 KO TKOs, has never been knocked out. 1 submission, 1 decision. He's lost most of his fights via decision. He's fought in like every good North American promotion, or like every decent level North American promotion: King of the Cage, LXF, Tough Enough, United Fight League, Fury FC, and he's got wins in all of them as well. Now, he fought early in his career in Fury. King of the Cage these days is nothing special, and even then he lost to a friggin' 9-9 guy, but knocked out a 4-2 guy. Like, he's an okay American regional level fighter who recently has gone on a run. Like, he's good everywhere, not great anywhere for the North American regional scene. Hagiwara, we know what he is, right, Mr. Ohio? He's an incredible striker with dangerous knockout ability and no takedown defense or grappling at all.
I was going to say, there's a reason why they're bringing this guy in to fight Hagiwara.
It's because he mostly strikes and doesn't grapple either, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I expect, long story short, I expect this to be a banger for how little it lasts, and Hagiwara should win handily.
J Wolf, who do you got?
Man, I love this fight as well. Not just because it's an American fighter, but like Mr. Ohio was saying, it's probably going to be a striker's delight banger. And, this to me is a win-win bout right here. If either guy wins, obviously they want Hagiwara to win, bigger name, striker. And yes, Aisha, I love Hagiwara as a striker. One of my favorite strikers, not the favorite striker, but just one of them, because, forever for cherrying that trigger first event, he's always going to be in my collection of favorites. But, if Kaleo wins, this year, they're talking about doing international events, right? They're talking about doing one in Korea and one in possibly America. And if the place in America they're looking at is probably going to be Hawaii. And if Kaleo wins, they got a Hawaiian fighter already right here. So, I mean, I know you guys are not – you have to see it to believe it on the Hawaii event. But Sakakibara-san did say and was talking about doing an American event. You guys can't deny that. So, and the most likely location for that would be Hawaii. So,
talking and doing are two very different things.
What?
Talking and doing are two very different things, sadly.
Yeah, but we're not even halfway through the year yet, and Sakakibara-san said that just barely a month ago after 52. So, let's see, give him a little bit of time. He can't, can't just snap his fingers and make it happen. But we'll see what happens. But that's why I think could be a win-win, because if they're gonna do an American event in Hawaii, and Khalil wins, they got a American Hawaiian fighter right there, and that's the start of it. But Hagiwara, definitely, if he wins, that's the bigger prize right there, because then they could, we need somebody for summertime. Do you guys think that Ren is going to be ready for summer, or Hagiwara? I mean, not Hagiwara. Excuse me, Mikuru is going to be ready for summertime, or do you think they're going to wait till December?
What the fuck you talking about, J-Wolf? He got his eye broken. That's what happened to Mikuru. He's not fighting at least until the end of the year.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking. So they're going to need somebody, a bigger name, for the summertime card.
And Ren is an unserious fighter, so he should not even be taken into consideration. Absolutely.
Okay, then. So who are they going to have headline the summer events? Okay, that's what I'm saying. And Hagiwara, if he can win right here, like the commentators were saying.
Lotus, I have no idea. I don't know.
Lotus, shut the fuck up.
You know
it's going to be Hagiwara is the biggest other name. Come on.
Bro, I'm going to say this right now. I am with Curtis Clark here. By the way, I'm going with the American via submission. I feel like Buddy's camp was like, dude, we didn't even watch his fight tape. We just looked at his topology, take him down, submit him.
If Eric Nixick didn't look at anything, that's
what I'm saying. Like, he's like Extreme Couture. If they're like, bro, like, do not strike with this guy. So I mean, this is funny because Mr. Ohio and I have picked against each other on like the MMA fighter versus more of like the striking, but like we're on the opposite ends of this one. I'm going with the random, no-name American, well-rounded, quote unquote. And I say that very loosely. I feel like
he knows the assignment.
If he was at any no-name gym, I'd be like, Hagiwara is going to beat the shit out of him because this guy's going to come in and grow. But like the fact that like his coaches and training players have to have told him like, yo, do not strike with this guy. Like at least try just to take him down right away. And if not, then well.
But hey, Aisha, remember this is real MMA. It's a superior rule set. If he comes in and he's not got good grappling, he's going to eat knees to the face and ground and kicks.
And I'm okay with that. If you fail at the grappling, you deserve to be kneed or kicked in the face. And
Hagiwara knows the assignment, so yeah. I mean, come on.
I'm going with the American here. I think it would be hilarious if he came in and then Hagiwara has to go to deep. I don't care if they give him the deep title shot right off the bat, but like they got to punish him a little bit and be like, dude,
like, he's too big of a name to go to deep.
I just want to quickly say some things. One, when Barr was talking about, this is why translations are terrible from Japanese to English, and I don't want to hear people, unless people actually speak the language, I don't want to actually hear them. I don't believe Barra said America.
Yes,
I believe
he
said
did.
North. No, he said
Korea.
North, I believe he said no. He said North South America. He said North America. He did not say America would mean
coming to Vancouver, baby. Let's go.
Road trip to Aisha's. Let's go.
They're coming to Vancouver.
They're coming to Winnipeg.
Fucking Winnipeg. No. They're not going to Winnipeg. They're going to Northern Alberta on the Indigenous reserves because that's the only place that will sanction superior rules. And I'm not even kidding. That's the only, when BKFC comes to Canada, they only go to the reservations in Northern Alberta. They go north of Edmonton. They go to or just south. They go to Leduc usually because there's the Indigenous reserves around there.
Is Newfoundland, is that part of Canada? Is
Newfoundland? Yes, it is part of Canada.
Yes, they're going to go to where all the Newfies are. Sorry.
They don't even have a commission there, so 100%.
I'm sorry,
they just drink and fish over there.
I think Newfies is kind of a derogatory term. I apologize. I didn't.
No. The Newfies, they're a whole different breed, man. They're unreal. We can't even understand them. Even people from Quebec can't even understand them.
So I just wanted J-Wolf. He did not say specifically USA. He said
okay. I think he did.
The other thing also is
I think he did though.
J-Wolf, you used to think that when they were talking about the matches, when they would translate the tournament, you thought every match was like a fucking tournament.
No, I knew that one.
No, you had to be told that many times. Anyway,
this one he was talking about America.
Here's the other thing as well. Sure. I don't think they're looking for Abija Mehula to headline a show in Honolulu.
Not headline.
He doesn't even live in Honolulu.
Have a Hawaiian fighter.
I didn't even know he was Hawaiian, bro.
He was in Vegas. He was in Vegas now. And
he's obviously a Hawaiian fighter. Come on.
He's Hawaiian born. What the? They're not good. They're. By the way, also he has a 1-fight contract. That tells you already what they're bringing him in for. It's a 1-fight deal. They want
coming
Hagiwara
in
to
to
win.
upset everybody.
And if he wins,
Hagiwara.
they're gonna sign him for more. Come on.
Anyway, I'm picking Hagiwara to win. I think it's fight starting to feet. I think that I'll say this. I think that Hagiwara's grappling defense has gotten light years better from where it was 2 or 3 years ago. Now he still gets submitted by like a black belt in jiu-jitsu or whatever.
Bro, he gets submitted by a purple belt. Let's be honest.
I know, but I don't think Mayhew's grappling is not like that level. So I don't think he has to worry about it that much. Now, that's why I wish, that's why I know I really, if Hagiwara wins this, I want to see Hagiwara versus Patchy Mix next. That's the fight. No, because here's the thing. With what the Patchy Mix that we saw take on Okamoto that didn't even grapple once or like one shitty takedown attempt. That fighter in that fight, Hagiwara
fine. Yeah, I imagine Patchy Mix just
how about
submits Hagiwara in like.
I'm sorry, what?
What about Patchy Mix versus Chihiro?
Oh no! Don't do that to our boy Chihiro. Come on.
Also, by
He's
the way,
my favorite fighter.
By the way, I just want to say that Hagiwara's record is 9-11. So.
Yeah, but dude, you know that Patchy Mix is gonna rediscover grappling against Hagiwara or Chihiro, right? Come on.
Chihiro was able to survive against Kleber. I'm not too
I would
worried
hope so. I would hope so. But yeah. I don't know what the fuck to think about Patchy Mix anymore. It really like messes with my head. It's very
also here's another little tidbit as well. When they announced Hagiwara's fight, and they announced it before the championship fight, more tickets moved right after his fight was officially announced. He's gonna have a crowd from Osaka in the Kansai region. I'm sorry, I read the comments as well from Don Fry's mustache. He's gonna have people coming. Do you know? Look on a map where Osaka. Sorry, my hands up like this. Look on a map where Osaka is, and look where Fukuoka is. And he's gonna have people flying down.
Yeah, he's got hella fans.
Yeah, he's
it's
popular.
Crazy.
I know, but yes, yeah. But I don't know if he's main event Tokyo Dome Super RIZIN level.
Okay. Well. Still, I mean, who else are they going to have for summertime? You just said that Makiru's out till the end of the year. Ren's not coming back.
Bro, you guys are talking like he's already beaten this guy. Like, let's go America. Fucking, I'm the Canadian here, and I'm like, USA.
I love
USA.
Someone on the Japanese Twitter also brought this up as well. Every person that Hagiwara is so far 2-0. I think, 2-0. No, 3-0. Excuse me, 3-0 against island fighters. Toby Misic, Kyle Agawan.
I'm so happy you have this stat just readily available.
Yeah, I'm forgetting the other one. I forgot. I don't have his record in front of me, but I think he's 3-0 or 2-0 against island fighters.
All right. Well, hey, we're all picking Hagiwara here. So
no, he's just not.
I am not. I'm going USA.
You're going with USA, Hawaiian fighter. Nice. I love it.
I guess if you want to say, what's his name? Who's the one that he beat? Who's the one he beat most recently? Nishitani. He's from a really rural part of Japan, so I guess you want to kind of call that an island. That's a weird.
Japan's an island, so
yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
it is an island nation. You're technically correct. Keep going, Drew.
All right, featured fight. We got 3 more to go, boys. Oh man. We're talking. People in the chat were like, "Oh, poor Patchy, man, poor Patricky Pitbull." Oh my goodness.
Well, they think Patchy's would really lose badly to Hagiwara and Chihiro.
I don't know about Chihiro, but the fighter that we saw fight Kiyoma gets destroyed by Hagiwara.
Okay. Well, hey, dude, I would love to see them build Hagiwara or Chihiro off of Patchy Mix. I'm just scared that Patchy Mix is going to be able to rediscover his grappling.
Chihiro has a fight already coming up anyway, so I don't know if does he have a fight?
Yeah, but it's actually next. But that's an exhibition with Kyohei Tokeshi.
Oh, okay, never mind.
When the fuck is he going to defend his knockout title? That's all I want to know. It's been 4 years. It's been 4 years. Oh man! All right, Patricky Pitbull. I mean, the older of the Pitbull brothers. 25 and 15, such a fun fighter in his prime because unlike Patricio, who was more well-rounded and the better of the two, championship level, Patricky was the more just war out of the two. He bit down on his mouthpiece. He said, fuck jujitsu. I don't care if I was born with a couple of stripes on, like in a gi and a couple of stripes on my white belt coming out of the womb. I am here to fucking just brawl. And that's what he did for pretty much his entire career. And he's still doing that today, just in losing efforts. Now, I'll say that the saddest performance was against Clay Collard, because it was like, bro, I know you hate to take guys down, but like if there's one guy to fucking take down, it's Clay fucking Collard. He looked admirable against Shabli. Nomura, he was getting his ass beat early, and then, you know, actually kind of a second wind and just made the fight entertaining. So like, say what you want about this one. Shuta Nomura, I'm a huge fan of Nomura. I think he's a really fun prospect. I mean, I don't even know if you want to call him prospect anymore. I think he's a great fighter. Say what you want about this like fight in Patricky at this stage in his career, but I think it was a solid fight overall. But yeah, overall, he's just mostly getting his ass beat. He mostly has one round of like competitiveness in him. And then it's just, he usually just like fades in the second and third round. Again, I was surprised that like Nomura beat the shit out of him for like 2 rounds. In the third round, he kind of made it a little exciting when Nomura started to gas a little bit. Again, the win against Satoshi had no business fighting him that day. The Yankee swap of opponents. So yeah, he leg kicked him. Sure, it was fun. I laughed, I cheered. It was great, but his real legitimate win was back in 2021 against an older Peter Queally. I mean, I don't know. Hori is just the way better of the two right now. I think even if he fought Patricky in his prime, he's still more well-rounded, even though they're both primarily strikers. He's got wicked power. I think that if Patricky's chin somehow holds this one, it's just going to be bad. Like, it's going to be sad. It's going to be bad. I think he's going to beat the shit out of him. I don't think Patricky is going to threaten him at all with the takedowns. If anything, Hori, when Patricky's just like almost out of it on the feet, might just take him down and beat the shit out of him on the ground too. Like, I think Hori's going to win this fight. I think the first round is going to be semi-competitive, and I think as the fight goes on, round 2 or 3, Hori finds the finish. Mr. Ohio, we'll start with you. How do you see this one going?
I agree with everything you just said. I don't think Patricky's got anything left. He looks shop worn. I think that Hori, I believe he's coming off. Is he coming off the loss to Satoshi, or did he have a win in between? I can't remember. He lost to Satoshi in his last fight. Okay. Well, he's gonna want to prove that he's still relevant, and I would imagine, and he's the better striker. He's faster, younger, all that stuff. Better technically. Even if this goes to the ground, I don't think that Satoshi or that Patricky is on the level, doesn't have the level of grappling pedigree or explosiveness that Satoshi still has. And I just think that Hori is going to just outstrike him like hell. So I'm going with Hori by knockout in the second round. Yeah. Yeah. J-Wolf, where are you at with this one?
You know, I really like this matchup. Unfortunately, Patricky hit that 40-year-old, wall. So, Glover
won a UFC title at 42. So
I know, but that's heavier division, and I mean, Patricky's had more miles on him than Glover, but I don't know. Honestly, I hope he wins, because what I would like to see happen after this, I like to see Patricky and Satoshi rematch, so Satoshi could get that win back over him.
Satoshi would take him down, submit him in 2 minutes.
That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see, because I don't like that. I mean, Satoshi literally got off the couch to face Patricky on like 2 days' notice, and then got leg kick TKO.
The thing about that one though is, like, I don't even think the fans even like we don't even really value this win for Pitbull. You know what I mean? So like, if it was like a brutal like knockout, I think that's one thing where RIZIN could make a storyline out of it, but like, I don't know if they're like, hey, we have to reach for this one. It's like, hey, by the way, it's the rematch where Satoshi got up off the couch to save the event and got leg kicked. Overweight.
Even if Patricky's able to beat Hori, here? Do you think that would be a good storyline if Patricky's able to beat Hori here?
I don't think he'd. I don't think.
So she's comeback fight. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
There you go. See, Mr. Ohio agrees. Bam. There it is.
Because Satoshi's coming off a terrible loss too, so he's got he needs.
There we go.
Beat.
Mr. Ohio approved. You cannot argue with me now, Drew.
I just think the storyline makes too much sense there, and it's a good bounce back fight for Satoshi because Pitbull doesn't have much left.
I mean, it is a layup for Satoshi.
Dude, hey, Mr. Ohio, we are on the same page, but great minds here.
It's not just that. It's just sometimes this is an issue with RIZIN, not to get too much off topic, but too many times they match their guys too easy in certain cases and too hard in other cases. This would be in theory, a perfect bounce back for Satoshi.
Nice.
Especially if he's going to build up to a rematch with Nazimov if he beats Gustavo.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. He's called Mr. Ohio. We're on the same wavelength here, man. That's freaking awesome.
Am I wrong?
I'm glad. No, heck no. I'm agreeing with you 100%. That's exactly what I was talking about. So, but you know what? At the same time, I don't think he's going to be able to beat Hori. I mean, I'll leave it for Drew to make the Hori's got hands joke, but I think Hori's going to be able to knock him out, unfortunately, because he's just, he hit that 40 wall. He's coming off some bad loss on a bad skid, taking a lot of damage, right? So it's like, but the good thing is that Hori's also coming off a loss as well to Satoshi, so there's not like a momentum advantage. So it's just, I mean, I'm looking forward to this one to see if Patricky still might have a little bit of gas tank, because like me and Mr. Ohio were saying,
he's got one round in him. Yeah.
So if he can get it done, and then afterwards they could do the Satoshi rematch, and the storylines there, like Mr. Ohio confirmed. So I think that'd be really cool. So either way, to me, this is another win-win fight right here. Hori wins. He makes his name off of, not makes his name, but adds another name to his, resume, after losing to Satoshi, a nice bounce back over a name. And then Patricky wins. Then he's got, the rematch right there with Satoshi ready to go. So it's just, I think it's a win-win. So I'm looking, and you know what? Another thing, I want to make sure to point this out. Patricky knows the assignment. He has a grounded kick knockout in RIZIN already. So this has a potential to see some superior rule set action in this bout as well. So that's all I want to say.
Drew, anything else to add, or is this just a Hori?
Well, yeah, this is a Hori. Listen, I shouldn't discount Pitbull. Listen, there's that one first round flurry, which maybe he
has had in his last 5 fights. Like, he has a good first round.
Yeah. Problem with him is also now. So, when the Pitbull that obviously all of us grew up with, like early Bellator era versus Chandler versus my God, I'm having a brain fart with all the guys. But I know obviously the Chandler.
Everyone. He fought everyone.
Yeah, everyone. And the
Henderson.
Thing is, Henderson. I forgot about that.
Josh Thompson. He beat Randy's fucking son.
I think the thing is that with him is that he was at those fights.
Marcin Held. He fought fucking Marcin Held back in the day too. How crazy is that, dude?
Who's still fighting now?
He's still fighting. Yeah, he's still fighting in KSW. He fought Saladin in his last fight, which is crazy to think about.
Oh yes, the guy who never said he wanted, who they erroneously said was going to fight in RIZIN, and then obviously wanted to. Anyway.
Jake Paul paid him more.
Yes. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So with Pitbull, he was dangerous in all 3, 4, or 5 rounds in those fights. Now, and here's the thing, and this was very evident in the Nomura fight, the Clay Collard fight. He is now, he has that first round where he's dangerous, but then as soon as he gets rocked, as soon as he gets stunned, it's like a Mortal Kombat character when, finish him, where he's just, there's no defense, there's no nothing. I'm not doing that to make fun of him and put him down, but that's just like, that's where his chin at is now, where it's like, okay, I'm in danger now. I need to get out of here, go for a takedown, go to clinch up, whatever. I'm just going to kind of stay there because my body is shutting down on me and I cannot move. Yeah, I agree with Sam. I also listen, I'll tell you this. The fight that I think you should make instead, Chihiro versus this Pitbull. and you work on the whole thing that this was the Pitbull that he looked at footage at, and he trained.
Oh, I like where your mind's going on this one, Drew. I like that.
Dare I say this? The Satoshi fight is almost way too above Patricky at this point.
What?
I know it. Yeah,
above.
Because Satoshi's is a champion now. He's a former champion, and that fight that he took on like a week's notice, where he obviously was not prepared for the strikes and everything and all that.
Bro
stuff.
was in freaking Katsudan in the morning before the fight. Let's be honest.
Exactly. So that loss. I don't. It's still a loss, but like he still. I think now to 9 out of 10 times Satoshi just plows through this Pitbull that we're seeing. Quite honestly. And I think if you want to do a rematch, you should have done it then. You should. Well, you could have had Pitbull come in for the championship. You could have had them face off in somewhere else, whatever. Again, you could have done that. Play on the whole Bonsai versus Pitbull brothers feud, which was remember those guys? Remember the scuffle they had? RIZIN should have absolutely 100%.
Yeah, dude, I made a video on that. Actually, it was 2 years ago. I made a video on that. They like almost had a friggin' ring brawl.
Yeah, and they didn't do anything. I'm so surprised. You would think that like any promotion would be like, oh, these guys are fighting. Let's put them in a match together. Let's put Patricio versus Kleber. We just
build a card around it. Let's build
with Pitbull brothers guys, 5 versus 5, whatever. And they didn't.
Never bring back that fucking heavyweight though.
Yeah, no, not.
Dude, he lost like a couple weeks ago, and it was the worst. It was like worse than his fucking.
The worst fight I've ever heard.
It was worse than his heavyweight Grand Prix. Yeah, dude, he fought. He came back to North America, and he looked even worse. He did in RIZIN.
Poirier is gonna. I think Poirier is gonna be able to survive whatever first round energy strength that Pitbull has. If I was Pitbull, I would grapple. But this is not the Pitbull that grapples, I think. I think the other guy does. Is Patricky the grappler, I think?
They both technically got grappling under Nogueira.
Yeah, but one of them...
Right. No. Patricky is not the grappler. He's way more the brawler.
They're not, but they're both trained on Nogueira's, but...
Okay, but one, I remember, I guess it may be... Patricio maybe has to...
Patricio is more well-rounded and better in grappling. That's the only 100%. Reason he beat fucking AJ McKee or closely beat AJ McKee.
Yeah. So, this is Poirier's fight to win. I still agree with King CeeLo, who said they should have done Pitbull versus Tenya, Poirier versus Zumagazi. I still think that would have been. Say, look, I'm still waiting for Kleber versus Patricky. You had a fight. You had video footage of them pushing each other. And most of the time, you don't get that backstage scuffle stuff. You get it through like the Instagram shit, and you don't even get the full thing. They had it right there. They had it right there in the fucking arena. It's a missed opportunity by RIZIN, in my personal opinion.
I know. I'm looking through my old videos here. Like I went on a little bit of a run where I just whenever there was news and shit like that, I would just talk about it. Yeah. Here it is. I'll share right now.
By the way, just a shout out that Patricky is training at a gym that I dropped in at Brotherhood Osaka, run by Fernando. Great man and great gym, great new gym as well.
Let's go. All right. Well, we're all on the Poirier train. We're
all hands on deck with Poirier.
Finally, I was about to say, Drew, where's the freaking Poirier's got hands joke? Come on.
well, here's the thing, J-Love. I forgot to say also the reason why I'm picking Natasha before is because she has LFA experience. I forgot to tell you that as well.
Yes.
Just like Bay Noah and all his LFA. Just like Bay Noah and all his LFA experience.
LFA experience, yes.
Holy shit. Hey, and I love my LFA, all right? But like, holy
LFA.
Who's that one heavyweight who was actually a light heavyweight who's like 1-1 they brought in for one of the heavyweights to fight?
Was it Augusto? Was he LFA? I thought he was LFA.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. But like, remember there was that one guy who was like 1-0 or 1-1, and they brought him in to fight.
Yes.
One of the Japanese guys.
Taka Kenshin? Was it Taka Kenshin's opponent?
Yeah. He was an LFA fighter too.
Cody Jurbach.
Yes.
The deposed lawyer, the guy who lost his license because he slept with one of his clients. I think it was. Welterweight Bay Noah the goats.
Yes, tell him Dr. Lemon Line.
Yo, Dr. Lemon, I'll add timestamps at the end of the stream so you can go back and hit up every every matchup. Don't
I
you
gotta
worry.
do that shit too. When you talk about me taking it more seriously, I think that's what you mean.
Yeah, add fucking timestamps. I scroll through your. At least you put the names up in front.
That's what I do. I at least put the fight there, so at least you can.
Yeah, so I'll scroll through and I'll be like, okay, this is this one, but yeah, but timestamps. It's
okay.
It's easier. It's easier. All right, co-main event. We got 2 more guys. Thank you so much for your time. By the way, I know Drew's already almost through a bottle of wine. I'm like halfway through a bottle of whiskey. Danny Sabatello.
Bottle of water.
Yeah, I left my water bottle upstairs.
I gotta work at 7 a.m. Eastern time, but fuck that.
Yeah, let's go, baby. Let's go. I got a meeting tomorrow morning too, but whatever. We got RIZIN fights to talk about. Almost done, guys. Thank you so much for everyone watching. Thank you to all the guests here. We got Joji Goto getting his title shot against Danny Sabatello, the Italian gangster, and in his own words, Joji Goto is a scared bitch. Now, I don't know if I agree with him. Joji Goto is 28-1 on a 4-fight win streak right now, and I've been really impressed with Goto. I wasn't completely sold on him when he got his win starting this win streak, but I am now. 10 KO TKOs, never been knocked out. Yes, he's been submitted 4 times, but it's not like Danny Sabatello is a crazy submission threat. He's just a crazy lay and pray and takedown threat. 6 decisions as well. 5-0 in RIZIN. He lost his only 1 championship fight. My thing is it was a close win against Shorty Torres. Shorty Torres is not a world beater, but he's not a whatever regional journeyman. He's a very good regional fighter, and he'd be a solid, probably lower ranks major organization fighter. Like he could be just a solid UFC, PFL, or RIZIN fighter all the time. I mean, and he's a title contender in Brave sort of thing, right? Former Brave champion as well. So I actually was very much impressed with this performance. Nakajima, funny enough, is you know what? I'll give him credit for this one. Nakajima actually was on a little bit of a run. Joji Goto destroyed him. And again, it's Nakajima's chin wasn't where it used to be, but it wasn't completely gone, and he absolutely near murdered him. That was a scary fucking knockout. So that was impressive. Kashimura was a pretty good win. Gojima was the one where I was okay, you knocked out Gojima. I'm not super sold, especially since his split decision loss to Mando Gutierrez. Mando Gutierrez was an Ultimate Fighter level guy who didn't really even do good on the Ultimate Fighter, a North American regional guy. Came over to Japan. I believe it was co-main or main and deep. And I thought that Mando Gutierrez was either going to destroy him or it was either going to be one or the other. So when Goto put on a split decision, I was okay, Goto's better than I thought, but then maybe Mando Gutierrez is not as good as I thought. So I didn't really even know how to judge him off that one. But yeah, his four fights after that, or his 3 fights after beating Gojima, I was all right, this guy's got something. Is his takedown defense good enough to take down or to defend the onslaught that Sabatello is going to throw on him? No. Is his get-up ability better than people are giving him credit for? I think so. Now, I'm picking Sabatello to win. I'm just going to say it right now. I think he's going to win in the same way that he's been winning fights.
Let's go.
But I'm not as bullish as many people are. I think Goto could give him issues just like Inoue did and just like Sato did. Now, I know a lot of people are split on this one. I think Inoue won that fight. Now, do I think it was do I think it was a robbery? Absolutely not. Do I think Inoue did more damage? Absolutely. Do I think fucking Sato did more damage? Yes. But I think it was more evident in the Inoue fight. He can't keep being gifted these, right? Goto's going to do more damage. Goto's going to, might win the belt. So I'm picking Sabatello because, this is the preview and prediction show, but man, Goto could win this fight. J-Wolf, you're giddy, so we'll start with you.
I love this bout because Sabatello is American RIZIN champion.
J-Wolf, look what I wrote. I wrote, fuck, I hate I picked him to win. In my notes.
I love that everybody hates on him, dude. Just makes me like him even more. Dude.
I don't hate him. I love his gimmick and everything. It's just fuck, I wish you were a brawler with that gimmick. I hate that you're friggin'
And he's getting a little bit better with the striking. You know, we've seen a glimpse of K1 striking Sabatello in his debut.
Against Ota. Stop it. It was against a wrestler.
Set. That's how he won the title, was with the superior rule set in the third round with that ending flurry with some stomps and grounded kicks. So that's what gave him the belt and the takedowns. You guys, takedown score, especially with these new rules that they've got. The new scoring criteria where it's round by round now. Those takedowns, you got to count them. So if Goto is not able to stay on the feet, he's probably – that's a safe pick, Aisha. But, you know, yes, I am. It's because you guys freaking hate on Sabatello so much. Plus, no, you know what it is? It's because he's an American champion. I just love my American fighters. But – Like Simon was saying, Goto's got he's Mr. Twister is his nickname, right? And he's got grappling. So Sabatello is going to have to, if he's going to institute a grappling heavy game plan, he better be ready for, you know, grappling defense from Goto, because Goto knows what he's doing on the ground. So it's just, you're absolutely right, Aisha. This is not a lopsided fight. Let's put it that way. It could go either way, basically. So if Sabatello wants to retain that title, he's going to have to bring it, and he's going to have to actually, you know, not just grapple, because like you're saying, I don't think they're going to. They've been showing lately with their scoring that they don't like value the takedown as much. Like it doesn't score as much. Like, so I don't know, but they also, you remember that? Drew, what's that fight where it was blatant damage, where they didn't score damage, where the guy was cut open and bleeding everything?
That was Nomura Pitbull. But sorry, Joe. If you just finish, then I'll go whenever.
No, I'm just using that as the point of, like, you know, we still don't know. The jury's out on the scoring. They just implemented new scoring, which is round by round, and if it goes to a draw, then it goes as a whole to declare a winner. But yeah, see, K1.
Bro, it was against Ota. Like, it doesn't K1 matter. Ota's one of the worst strikers in RIZIN.
Let's go. I love your viewers. But yeah, no, I'm really excited. This is by far the best title fight on this card. Way better than the main event. The main event, I think, is a waste of Shaydullaev's fight. We'll get into that afterwards. But this one, I'm really excited. And I just want to see, is Sabatello gonna use some striking and further advance his game with superior rule set? I mean, is he going to learn his lesson and actually throw some volume and bring back the K1 striking Sabatello? Possibly, maybe even, dare I say it, pride striking Sabatello, where he uses superior rule set, grounded knees, maybe drop some Kevin Randall.
K1 and pride Sabatello, bro. Oh my God.
Yes. What if he drops some Kevin the Monster Randleman skyscraper grounded knees on Goto's head? How great would that be? Oh man, that'd be awesome,
bro. We're bringing Sabatello on the next preview show so that he can meet J Wolf first of all. I will say Goto's back-to-back twister submissions will go down as one of the coolest things in MMA history. I just don't think Sabatello is on either of these guys' lower level. Where if they're in an exchange, he'll see that shit coming from a mile away. So I do agree that it's dope that he has that submission arsenal, because it will give Sabatello some things to think about on the ground.
Yeah, so I don't mean he's some master on. I'm just saying that he's competent at the grappling department. Where if Sabatello doesn't take him seriously and just tries to grapple only, without any kind of striking or anything, then he could, it could be a long night for him, and Goto could pull this off. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be, what game plan is Sabatello going to bring? Is it going to be his bread and butter grappling, bread and butter wrestling? Or, is he going to bring out the K1 striking, possibly new pride striking Sabatello? Let's see. Let's go, baby. And still is what hope is going to happen.
Drew, we'll go to you next, but it all started with when was the last, I feel like this was the only fight where Ota was the only fight we saw Sabatello go full K1.
Can you also remember as well that Ota more or less knocked himself out? That was the Jorge Torres other guy, the monkey god. That was the exact same thing that happened. Gary Brooks, yeah, exact same thing that happened. And a lot of us thought that, like, oh, we didn't see that until the replay.
Well, still, I mean,
with all due respect,
you can't deny K1 striking Sabatello in that fight.
When has Sabatello ever not fought the way that he does? Ever?
Dr. Lemon Lime, deep jewels, deep kicks Sabatello. Yes, you guys are cracking me up.
Yeah. For this card, they're scoring round by round.
Yes, they just implemented new scoring on RIZIN 52, where it's round by round, and they're doing their scoring criteria where it's damage, 3Ds, damage, duration, and dominance, and not in no particular order. So, actually, maybe it is in order. I think it's damage, dominance, and duration are the 3Ds, and it's round by round. And if it goes to a draw, then they're going to take the fight as a whole using the old type of scoring with the 3Ds as well, and then determine a winner if it's a draw. That is the new scoring system.
But let's be honest. This is basically RIZIN is playing with unified judging, and this is basically unified judging. And we saw with at least 2 of the fights on the last show, Victor Kolesnik and Takeda, where you may have made an argument. Okay, if this were the previous rule set, Kolesnik wins, or at least it's a split decision.
Yeah.
And I forget, what was the other fight that was the split the decision on that one?
Oh gosh, I should remember because there's only 2 decisions on that whole card. I can't believe I can't
whatever.
remember.
So, but these rules, these I keep on saying rules. I'm so sorry. This judging favors Sabatello a lot more now.
Yeah, that's what I said. Remember, that's said right.
Yeah.
That the new rule change.
Sorry, Izawa loaded. Okay, no, Izawa won that pretty much like handily. So no, never mind. But with the Kolesnik one, anyway.
Agreed.
With Sabatello, he has fought the same fight for as long as I can remember watching him since the Contender Series. He has not changed at all.
No, he hasn't.
Credit to him. Listen. That's what gets him the win fights. That's great. Even when he got choked out by Umar or Usman, I don't even know which one of the OVs. He still fought to continue to fight exactly like that. Here's what's going to happen in the fight. They're going to start striking first, and I think Sabatello is going to recognize, okay, Goto is a much better and harder striker than me. I just got to take him down, lay on him for, I almost said 3 rounds. And that's what's going to happen. We're going to see Sabatello laying and praying. We're going to see him maybe get a back take. I don't think Goto is going to be able to even get so much into Sabatello where it's going to be in any danger, unfortunately. And again, it's also in the cage as well, which would favor the grappling of
Sabatello's probably so stoked it's a cage, dude.
The judging is in his favor. The structure is in his favor. It's basically, it's more or less. This is like a win for him, and I'm also kind of surprised that they went with Goto as for the winner for this.
He's been on a good run though recently.
Yes, but Fukuda got the finishes. Last fight.
I agree. That's why I was saying I wanted Fukuda to get a shot. But then
Fukuda challenged Goto, so I was like, oh, maybe they'll do those two, and the winner faces Sabatello. But then they just went with Goto, which is funny because you'd think that they would do Goto for the title shot if they were like Sapporo, because he's all the way from up north, and he's having the title shot all the way down south. So it's like, okay, I'm just kind of like, I wonder like what happens, like why they didn't just like when Dalbeck got sick, like, oh, let's just give Fukuda the title shot. It's not like he didn't earn it. So, but yeah, Sabatello's gonna win this 3-0, 29-28, maybe even 29-27, 30-29, and we're all gonna cry. We're all gonna cry,
except for me. I'll be happy
until Kai comes back for the New Year's Eve show and knocks out Sabatello after he gets cut when he loses to Smotherman.
Hey,
dude! If he loses to Smotherman, then honestly, he deserves to be cut from the UFC. Let's be honest.
That's my big bold prediction. He's gonna lose this year and come back to RIZIN by the end of this year. That is my big bold prediction.
Smotherman. Yeah, the Fury FC
also
prospect who's kind of doing good in the UFC now.
Also,
but
just quickly say Sabatello has LFA experience as well. That's why I'm also picking him.
Oh my!
Hey, is he gonna beat some
I don't know if he
ground
actually does.
I don't think he does, dude.
Is he gonna beat some grounded knees or what?
He's gonna bring whatever
Titan
LFA
FC. Titan FC.
He has Titan FC experience, and he's gonna bring that to the RIZIN octagon.
Oh. Mr. Ohio, where do you stand on this one?
I'm with you guys. I definitely think Sabatello is going to win by decision. I agree with Andrew. He's going to just stink out the joint and lay and prey on him for 3 freaking rounds. I will say this: Goto is much better on the feet and can knock him out with one shot. Because if you can knock out Taishi Nakajima the way he did, that means something. I don't give a damn if Nakajima had 13 losses.
It was brutal.
He was better than that record indicated, and Goto just dominated a good fighter. So he's got a puncher's chance. If his wrestling is even remotely on point, he can keep that standing long enough, they'll make it interesting. But I don't think he can. At least not consistently where he can unload his punches, because I think he's going to be too weary of the takedown to commit. Because the moment he does, as you said, Isha, boom, takedown.
Yeah. And let's be honest, like Inoue is the vastly superior fighter than Goto, and like the fight was close. Whether we think Inoue won or lost, the fight was close, and like this should be an easier fight for Sabatello than Inoue, who
I thought Inoue
poor fucking Inoue is never going to the UFC now.
I'll say this.
I'll say UFC dreams.
I'll say this: if Goto gets a Twister sub, which he won't at all, like I want to be here for your stream. I want to see what happens on your. I want to see your reaction live.
I'm gonna make sure that I withdraw a couple $100 bills so I can just fucking be like, Goto, you're about to make money, baby.
There's a flip side of that coin.
Use your buzzer.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a flip side of that coin. What if Sabatello wins by grounded knees or grounded kicks?
We don't care. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, J-Wolf.
Hey, that's how he won the title from
Inoue. Here's a better question for the panel. Who has a better shot of throwing SRE offense? Kuzatinha or Sabatello?
Oh my god!
And I think I would put them both.
Can I choose option C? Neither.
Neither. Yes.
The knockout kickboxer who thinks he's in knockouts.
I think we'll see. I think we'll see more. We'll see more grounded offense in the kickboxing fights than in the combination of those two matches.
Yeah. Hey, actually, if it happens, I want to come on your stream and just gloat.
Please. Oh my god, Dr. Lemon Lime is plugged in. He says somebody needs to have a Nikki on speed dial during the Asakura match. If Smotherman wins, he's gonna down another bottle of Absolute. Bro, I will send a Nikki some of the Nika coffee, because at least you'll be able to down some good shit. Oh,
that poor man might have a legitimate mental breakdown if he does. If that happens, I will.
Wait. Sabatello did beat Damon Blackshear. That's his claim to fame.
Okay.
So there you go. It wasn't an LFA, but he still beat him.
Oh, well, then it doesn't count.
All right. We've made it, guys. Just shy of 3 hours, but we've made it. Honestly, shorter stream than just me and J-Wolf. So we might have to bring more people on because it keeps us from just going off on random tangents about PFL and KSW and all this other shit. Shout out to the live chat.
We kept our 2.5 hours last time.
Okay, last time, yeah, you're right. No, last time we actually were pretty good, but we've also gone on for 4.5 hours.
Yes.
So,
hey, when you're having a good time, the time flies.
Hey,
man.
It's true, man. Hey, I couldn't be celebrating the big 33 with anybody else.
Oh,
with the
cheers!
boys here,
Thanks,
so
brother. Happy birthday again to you. Cheers.
Yep.
All right, main event. Some people are saying that this is a disgrace. We don't understand this. Some people are like, you know what? Kubo was the only one who went to the second round with Shaydullaev. I loved watching the RIZIN Confessions where it was like, where they're asking Shaydullaev about that. And he's like, he survived. Keyword survived till the second round. And that's all there is to it. He is, in my opinion, the best prospect, the best young fighter, the best fighter who is not in either the UFC or like KSW right now, which in my opinion, the only other two organizations that are like vastly better than RIZIN, deeper than RIZIN, the better major organizations out there that have other competition that he could maybe have some pushback against. I think he tears through everyone in the PFL, Cage War, whatever. I think he tears through everybody except for UFC and KSW. I think they're the only two other promotions that could give him some pushback. That just shows how good he is. He's undefeated. Bro, like he fucking walks in the cage and the guys pass out in a lash pride. Like that. Like I swear to God. He like steps in there like, oh, TKO, I'm done. Or the fucking
But wait,
they throw the
Yuta,
towel in like right when like the bell rings.
the only person he cannot beat is the LFA champion because of LFA experience.
Oh, yes.
No offense to Ryan
You're
Kapara.
never gonna give up. You're never
Bro,
gonna get rid of that, aren't you?
if I
That was-
I hope that he sticks around long enough for Ryan to fight him, because I'm biased. Ryan's a friend of the channel. Like he's been on our podcast and we've been talking ever since. But like he's like Ryan King Kafaro is a damn good fighter. Like I'm annoyed that he didn't get a UFC opportunity throughout his career, but I'm happy that like RIZIN's gonna fucking pay him. And like and I think they'll keep him around for a few fights.
And that's the LFA champ, right?
He's the Cage Fury FC champ, actually.
Cage Fury. Okay.
Which, by the way, he won the belt in the sickest fucking way. He got head kicked straight up, shin to the face, looked at the guy, shook his head, and then knocked him out with the right hand.
It was really cool.
It was one of the most badass knockouts I've ever seen. It was like
one of the best regional shows as well. You know the fight that I'm talking about.
Yep.
Dude,
Cage Fury, they're pretty good. They're not LFA, but they're pretty.
I only rag on you, Jill, because when I heard on Isha's show, like, oh, that he's got like, I was just like, that is the most absurd like way to say that a fighter has a chance of winning LFA. I have seen some of the shittiest fighters come through LFA.
Yeah, I mean, fine, but like I still think LFA is. I think it's better than Cage Warriors right now, personally. But
it is. It's a good feeder league right now.
It's just deep. Like there's a lot of fighters on it, so like there's a lot of shitty fighters, but there's also a lot of really good fighters. But you can say the same thing about Cage Warriors. Yeah,
I'm sorry, you didn't know that.
Shaydullaev,
North American experience.
Yeah. 6 KO TKOs, 11 submissions. He's never seen a decision. And he's probably not going to see a decision in this next fight either. 6-0 in RIZIN, 3-0 in ACA. And yeah, whatever league he fought in before then, he beat the fuck out of everybody there and fought in amateur. He actually fought in Gamma as an amateur, which is a good amateur league as well. Yeah, he beat Kubo before. Kubo survived into the second round, beat Kleber, beat Kolesnik. And actually, like, I did not think he was going to beat Victor this easily. And he did, this was more impressive to me than his win over Mikuru, personally. I think we all knew Mikuru was a dead man walking in that one. Kleber, I think we all knew Shaydullaev was probably going to beat him, but didn't think it was going to be that easy. But Victor was just different than Kleber in that, like, he's just a very different fighter who I think we all could agree going into that fight probably had a better chance of taking the fight longer than maybe a Kleber, because Kleber was going to put himself into deep water right away, whereas Kolesnik could have kept it on the outside, could have made it more of like a technical fight, which he couldn't even do, which is absolutely insane. And then the other guys that this guy beat, man, before even coming into RIZIN, on Road FC, he beat Ji Young Yang, he beat freaking a 12-1 guy in UAE Warriors, ripped through all the freaking Young Eagles in ACA. Like, this guy does not have a padded record other than his 2 Kubo fights. And he's going to absolutely tear through the former politician again. Now, I hate ripping on Kubo because, like, all the funny lore aside, like, he was an incredible striker in kickboxing. His accolades are not to be, overlooked at all. Fought in Glory, fought in K1. K1 World Grand Prix champion 2 years in a row. Like, even Glory champion too. And early when they came to Tokyo, absolutely crushed it in Crush. Like, again, nothing but respect towards his striking career. And on top of it all, out of a lot of the kickboxing crossovers who've come into MMA, Suzuki aside, he's actually showed like the most like MMA improvement right off the bat. He showed that he actually has takedown defense. He can actually grapple against, guys coming in who, are at the same level than him coming into MMA. He proved that, and some even better, he proved that his grappling was way higher than a lot of kickboxing crossovers who've made the crossover to mixed martial arts, and furthermore at his age. So like props him for that. But yeah,
he beat Yutaka Saito.
Yep. No, for sure. And I did not think he was going to beat Saito.
Oh no. And to beat him
he
with
was looking good against Doubtbeck before the no contest eye poke. So,
You know
showing
what? No,
a
I'll
great
give you
improvement.
credit. I'll say he actually was. Like, I was like, when is Doubtbeck gonna be Doubtbeck in this one? And it was like, what the fuck? Like, Kubo's actually holding his own, defending takedowns, actually like landing some good strikes in that one. So no, you are right. Now, I'm going with Shaydullaev. He's going to absolutely destroy him. Maybe I think Shaydullaev is going to make a point to finish him in the first round this time too, because he's like, fuck all this. He survived until the second round nonsense. Having said all that, like, is it just because he's popular? Is that why he's getting this shot? Because there's no way that like, looking okay against Doubtbeck in the before the eye poke, is deserving of a title shot, right? Like
that's all it can be. There's nothing else. I'm honestly upset about this fight. This is a waste of Shaydullaev's one of his contracted fights with RIZIN. And, like King Sela was saying in the RIZIN FF fans Discord server, that this, if it wasn't for this bout, if it would have been a different opponent, this card would have been amazing, dude. And it's like, I don't know, it just, the card is still amazing, but this really leaves a bad taste in your mouth because, if they're going to do a rematch, they should have gone with Kolesnik. But I guess, Kubo is more popular. Like you're saying, King K1 guy, and they're having a King K1 event on the same night. So maybe they're trying to get some, that's what Dean Honey Badger was saying. Possibly they're trying to get some like crossover, viewers or something. I don't know. But yeah, to me, I'm just upset about this fight, dude. I would have liked, it's just a waste of Doubtbeck's fight. We all know he's going to be the steamroller. Excuse me, not Doubtbeck. The Shaydullaev, it's a waste of a Shaydullaev fight. He's just going to steamroll him and show him why Jay Krish nicknamed him the steamroller Shaydullaev. And just, I would have much rather, they just did a deal with PFL where they sent Inoue over, right? Why couldn't we get somebody back to face Shaydullaev and not waste one of his contracted fights with RIZIN? I mean,
I also think like it's tough to get him fights because not a lot of people want to fight him.
Well,
I guess speaking of the PFL thing, it's not a collaboration, J Wolf. It's just mainly, hey, can we use one of your fighters? Also, it's also a Unext thing. Unext now is showing PFL, and they have saying.
By the way, shout out to Unext. I don't know what the fuck I would do without them. They are the greatest. Fuck Paramount Plus. Fuck every other way you guys watch your MMA. I only watch Unext now, and it's got everything. And I love Unext. And oh my god, yes.
Yeah. So it's not
true. Then why couldn't PFL send some? Why couldn't RIZIN ask for PFL to send somebody over? Then forget the collaboration label, whatever. Why couldn't they have somebody sent over from PFL? Somebody better than Kubo.
AJ McKee's already having a fight. Not this week. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up with another McKee. But he already had a fight just recently.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago he had a fight. Yeah.
It's like also I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't think RIZIN was interested in that. Sorry, I'm gonna kind of go over you, J Wolf. So I think the reason for this fight, and I had to think long and hard why RIZIN could have done it. They could have gone Kleber. They could have gone with no, because he lost the Takeda fight. I don't think they could have gone to Takeda as well. Those matches were long ago. You could, I think they're even less. I think they're less recent than the Kubo fight. Because if you look at Kubo's record, that was the fight before the Doubtbeck fight. I didn't even realize it was that like the timeline that I thought the Saito fight happened after. Anyway, I think there's a financial thing with this. So. We have a lot of foreigners on this card that cost money, visas, all that. They're doing a show every month now, even with a sellout crowd, a sellout show. Kubo just had a failed election campaign where he lost, I think, $200,000 or $300,000 equivalent. I think Kubo was the cheapest option that was available. He was willing to say yes to whatever numbers are on that contract. That is what I believe is the reason. There is no, if RIZIN is promoting that he lasted a second round, that is the biggest.
I mean, they are, because that's the only thing they can promote.
That's the only thing they can, but it's the biggest bunch of horseshit.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Is not, like,
dude, that's why on Confessions, I loved when Shaydullaev's like, I want you guys to, like, I want these words to be ingrained in your guys' brain that he survived. Yeah. Keyword survived. He's like, he didn't even hit me. He's like, I blocked his head kick.
The other thing also is that this was supposed to be a non-title fight. but Shaydullaev wanted it to be a title fight. And
I mean, that makes sense. If I'm going to beat this guy, I may as well get, a Ruby. I may as well get a title
Satoshi
defense.
Did the same thing as well. Remember, Satoshi did the same thing with the Nazimov. I think it was Nazimov fight, maybe.
It was.
Or what? Yeah. So
Poirier. It was Poirier.
Oh, sorry, Poirier. Yes, Poirier. Yeah.
That's right. They didn't want that to be title fight.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough.
By the way, let's drop the non-title shit anyway. But that's just me anyway. But
totally right. But Drew, it could also be, is Kubo popular?
No. This idea that like Kubo. Okay, this is like a Ren thing where like I think the popular, when you say are popular, like what definition of popular are we talking? Like
well known or like vastly followed? Like they're two different.
Drew, what I'm saying is, could it be a combination of what you're saying with the money and the contract scenario with his popularity with the Japanese audience? Could it be a combination?
Well, if he was so popular, he would have won the election.
No, I'm talking about popular with the fighting audience, not the general election.
I think maybe in K1 because like I don't think like a bunch. I don't like. First of all, he hasn't main evented a RIZIN show as far as I know. I don't think he's even. I don't know where other than this one. I don't know where also his positions on other cards have been. They've been pretty much under. I think they've been pretty much undercard or near the intermission. I think. If he was, this guy had like Mikuru level popularity, I would say I can see that, but he does not. I don't even think he has even like Kyohei Hagiwara level popularity. Well, let me go to his Instagram right now. I know I shouldn't do this, but I'm curious to know.
K1 with K had a great. He was saying bring a PFL guy over. Totally agree.
Yes, but again, did RIZIN even ask? You want to put the play on PFL, but PFL's not just going to be like, hey, take AJ McKee, take Marvel Shaydullaev,
Well, then why did RIZIN ask, dude?
What's sorry?
Yeah.
Why didn't RIZIN ask? You have to ask Hafid that. He's in the thing. He knows.
I do know the new PFL like commissioner he did go on Helwani's show and say that he's open to collaborations like Scotty was, which is better than anything Donna Davis said. So I do have a little bit more positivity, but I don't think we're going to see anything till earliest like mid 2027 if they are going to do like a collaboration.
I have on here that he has 43,000 followers on Instagram, which is, I don't know if that's big or small comparatively to other like folks on I'm gonna go on his TikTok and let me see what that says.
As you're searching, Mr. Ohio, your thoughts on this one? I mean, we're all picking the same guy. We're ragging the puck at this point, but like any other details, any other things that you want to add?
By the way, 3,000 followers on TikTok.
No, that's embarrassing. Bro. Even J-Wolf could have more friggin' followers on TikTok.
That's really weird to have 43,000 followers on Instagram, but like 3,000 on TikTok. I'm sorry.
He must not post on TikTok.
No, I was gonna say that Shaydullaev is gonna beat the absolute shit out of this guy, but I agree with Andrew. I think it is the cheapest option available. That to me makes the most sense. But I also wonder if they didn't want to bring in someone who was coming off a bad performance, like a Shin Haraguchi, was it Shin Haraguchi who talked about it?
He was. Here's the thing though, so the problem is that RIZIN's already set the precedent that winning a match doesn't guarantee you a title shot. They did that with the Yuri Shim fight. Oh, no, not Yuri Shim. Sorry. Sekizawa when she fought the Korean who didn't win, who missed weight and got no contest and then wound up missing weight anyway. And with this fight, they've already set the precedent. Oh, you don't need to win your previous fight because if you ignore the no contest, he lost the shot. That was the last fight he lost to. So even with Shin Haraguchi losing, that's still not there's still no earning your way to a title shot. So RIZIN's already set that precedent.
I would have chosen
guys
him.
that you listed?
Sorry?
Didn't King Sela have some guys that he listed that were coming off wins?
Yeah, but he also mentioned like some guys that were like in ACA, and I'm like, that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Also,
why?
You have to ask RIZIN that, man. I don't know.
All right,
you're not interested in doing that.
All right.
But
I just don't like wasting a Shaydullaev fight.
It's a waste of Shaydullaev. We already know that. Hopefully they bring in some new fighters, because if not, then I would like to see him in UFC sometime in the near future.
Oh, don't say
How many
that.
fights does he have left on his contract?
Don't say that.
Probably 2 or 3, I would imagine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it?
There's really no one left.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. I would love to if RIZIN could get more fighters at featherweight for him, or if he moves up to lightweight, I can see that postponing what I think is the inevitable. He's going to UFC at some
Here's
point.
the other thing as well that I'm also wondering if it had an effect on. I don't know. He's Muslim, obviously. Is Ramadan coming up?
It's already
happened.
Oh, already happened.
It's already pat. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. That's how much I know anything. That's actually going to the Muslim as well. Here's the problem: is that it seems like everybody that if you've had a conversation with Shaydullaev, he won't fight you for whatever reason. If you train with him, if you talk to him through like WhatsApp, he won't fight you. So that's the other thing is that like,
that's all about to change when he signs to the UFC. We'll just say that much.
Yeah. So that's why obviously the Nazimov fight wouldn't happen. Also, I don't think they put on Fukuoka. Satoshi obviously lost and is still rocked from that. I think this is a case of Kubo was the cheapest option and he was willing to say yes to anything for any amount of money. And
Shaydullaev's like, okay, easy win. I get another win.
I guarantee Shaydullaev didn't even have to train. He could have done I guarantee he could BJ Penn this fight and just coach if he wants to. How funny would it be though if he just finishes him at 3 minutes and round 3, 4 minutes and 59 seconds?
I would just wait for the last second.
Yes.
He just hold him down, looking at the clock, and goes 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Bam.
He can do that. That's the thing. He can do that.
He's so good, man. He's so good.
By the way, I don't even. Sorry, Isha. One more thing. I don't think he's a prospect anymore. He's one.
No, I don't think so either.
So dude. After winning the title, he's not no longer a prospect. Yeah. Come on.
Even before that, I wouldn't even call him a prospect. He is way above every prospect. He's way above prospect at this point. But maybe like by his 6-7 fight, he was way above prospect.
Yeah. No, he is arguably the best fighter not in the UFC or like I said. I
think no matter what happens,
I hold
more waste his fights, dude.
Yeah, I hold like at a much like a higher competition level than RIZIN. Like,
but look who they brought in. They brought in Cafaro, Gallagher, and the other Japanese guys. They're clearly setting him up for a bigger fight. Probably come Super RIZIN time, whoever that will be.
I hope
you think
Ryan
it could be
gets
Okamoto because Okamoto just had a sensation.
That would be New Year's Eve. That would be New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve. Okay, so they're building that on New Year's Eve. Okay.
Yeah, that's my guess.
There's options. We have a few months to see how it all plays
better
out.
than Kubo. Stop wasting his fights. You guys are saying he's going to go to UFC.
Don't get mad at PFL for that though. Get mad at Shingo and I don't know.
I am.
Honestly, before we wrap up here, J-Wolf, because I know like all of us have to work tomorrow, but like it's inevitable that he's gonna go make his money in the UFC and round out his legacy.
I know, but that's why I'm saying stop wasting the little fights that if this is his last contract with RIZIN, stop wasting the fights that are on that contract.
I agree, but like at least we're gonna see a couple more with him. Knock on wood, and it's like we've at least seen enough for like I'm satisfied, and we're gonna see a sweet finish in this one. So like I'm not super upset about it, even if like he goes to the UFC the next week, which I don't think he's going to. And if when he does go over there, like I feel like he's gonna have that Yuri impact where he's gonna represent RIZIN and be like, yo, I'm gonna fuck everyone up here. And like I might lose a fight or two, but like that's only gonna be to like, if he goes to I was gonna say if is like honestly like his only threat to me coming into the UFC is Islam at 155. And like Islam ain't at 155 anymore. So like who's gonna beat this guy? Like maybe Volkanovski, but like maybe Volkanovski in his prime. I don't know if Volkanovski now is gonna beat this guy.
Topuria?
Like Topuria, maybe if Topuria cracks him, but like I don't even think Topuria will be able to hit this guy. I think he's gonna take him down and just like go to town. But yeah, Topuria is one of them. Topuria, like only the highest level guys is who I think could even give this guy a challenge right now. That's how good he is. So I agree with you, J Wolf, in the sense of like, yeah, it sucks that we're seeing him fight Kubo again, but like I'm ready for him to fight better competition regardless of the league, even if it's in fake MMA, i.e. the UFC.
I have a question though for everybody. And I think are we all saying first round? First round?
Yes.
Oh,
Finish?
yeah. I think
Yes.
he's saying, fuck,
When?
I'm not letting this guy go into the second round again.
When? Let's see who gets like the over under. What are we saying?
I'm halfway through. 2 minutes and 30 over.
I say in the first
over,
half.
under?
I say no more than 2 minutes or like 2:30.
Okay,
Or
yes,
15.
under 2:30. What do you say, Mr. Hyo?
4:15.
All right, so towards the end, let's.
I think it's before Mikuru. I think he's just gonna lift this guy up, slam him down, and just smash him or break his jaw.
So first minute, steamroller. The Lyota's nickname was a steamroller. All right, sounds good.
Well, we made it, boys. That is it. A actual stacked and fun landmark card. It's judged not as a whole. There is a cage, but overall, I think it's still going to be an amazing night. I want to say a big thanks to everyone who's hung out in our live chat throughout this whole stream. If you're just joining us now in the live chat, I will be adding timestamps so you can go back and listen to our breakdown of every single fight on this card, even the kickboxing fights, even the prelim fights. Big shout out to Drew, who joined us once before on a RIZIN prediction stream, and he's joined us once before that on just a general just stream where we're talking about Japanese MMA. Mr. Ohio, we've talked on the RIZIN Discord and in just the MMA community at large. It's great to have you on. Excited to have you on further streams. J Wolf, I mean, you join us every single time, so I'm very happy to have you back as you are the co-host of this show.
Oh, thanks,
before we sign off, I just want to say I know that our friend Mr. Ohio here is heading to Japan soon, so just want to say safe travels and have a wonderful trip. Cannot wait to hear about the trip. As I know, every now and then when you do hit up Japan and hit up the fight shows, it's always a pleasure to hear you on the We Are RIZIN podcast, hosted by Drew primarily, but you always jump on there and talk about...
Sadly, I'm not going to... The timing doesn't work out as far as fight shows because we're actually going to see MPB and the B League at that during our stay there. We're going to try to go to New Japan at some point. Just for the hell of it. I mean...
Like I said, I want to go to Japan and see any fight show, whether it's like Deep Kick or fucking RIZIN. So I can't wait just to hear about the travels and fun times. Anyways,
and the Shinkansen shows, the damn bullet train.
Yeah. There you go. Drew, quickly tell us about your podcast, what you got coming up, and all the interviews that you've just banked.
Yeah. So just did a preview show of this show, which you can find. And I will put timestamps on it. I promise, Isha. I'm going to try to be more professional content creator. Interviewed about Abija Mahua for his fight against Kyohei Hagiwara for this show. And also James Gallagher, who will be taking on Kazumatsu Majima. And then I'll have a recap show whenever that will be, whenever I get back from my little thing. And then... yeah, I'll be talking to Ryan Cafaro at some point.
Nice.
As well.
Cool.
I don't think I'm going to talk to Kay Perez because I don't know what I would ask her, to tell you the truth. So that's
Dude, Ryan Cafaro is a homie. That was one of my favorite interviews that I've banked on my channel.
Oh, he's game. He's game. We're just trying to find time right now to do it. And he's close enough to where I live, actually. So I might just pop into his gym in Jersey. Actually, I might do that.
Oh, no way.
Nice.
If that's easier, but yeah. Oh, there's my shit. Yeah, there's my shit. So yeah. Just what do you call it? Smash that like button. Hit the subscribe. Follow me on the Twitters and join the RIZIN FF Discord.
Yeah, let's get him to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this landmark card, baby. Let's go.
Yes. No bots. Those are all real. Those are somehow real 800 people. So I don't know how, but somehow, some way.
J Wolf, where can the fans find you?
On the RIZIN FF Fans Discord server. I love it in there. It's a lot of fun. Also on Twitter, JAYYOLF1. And yes, it's misspelled on purpose. That's how you know it's me. If you're a real person, I follow you back. No bots. Also, check out what we just did on the Focus Fights podcast with Jay Krish and Dean the Honey Badger. It was a lot of fun. And this one is the City Life Project is the best podcast for RIZIN and Black Combat, all that good stuff. So thank you for having me on, Aisha. But also I did the Focus Fights with Jay Krish and Dean Honey Badger. And also I got something coming up with Todd Atkins. He has a show for me called The RIZIN Report. I'd like him to put his picture, not just my picture, there too. But anyways, we're doing stuff with
Tom.
Atkins show.
Yeah, Tom.
I know. Come on, Tom. It can't just be me, brother. It's got to be you too as well. But no, we're doing a Todd Atkins show. That's called the RIZIN Report, and he's going to have me interview. Since Drew's not doing it, I'm going to interview Katie Perez on that show coming up pretty soon about her fight at RIZIN 53 coming up, and then we'll probably have a review show after RIZIN Landmark 13 here. So check that out as well. So thanks a lot, Aisha. Really appreciate you, brother.
Well, boys, time to get some sleep. Thank you to everyone who watched the video. Thank you to all the guests. I appreciate you all. I will be live covering RIZIN over the weekend, as well as many MMA shows. Schedule will be posted tomorrow. Smash that like button and subscribe, and we will see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Yeah.